What's going on? What's going on? So good to see Rebecca Davison
Hey,
here.
Rebecca, how are you?
Looks like you are the only person in here right
Only
now.
one. Oh, my phone's in the other room. It's
You-
okay.
Tonight was definitely one of those nights where rushing around, we're trying to get some dinner on.
Yeah.
Trying to get.
Sorry, I was looking at the turkey things.
I thought you were sniffing me or something.
No. Can you hear us okay? Everything good? Oh, there's everybody coming up.
What's going on? What's going on?
Garrett's here. Hey, Carmen. Carmen's here. Jake's here. Abby, hello.
What's going
Rich
on?
is in the house.
Who's this Abby?
Maybe that's Abby Wilson. I don't know.
I don't know.
Hey, Jason, gardening with Goody. How are you? Gwen from Brook Cowgirl.
Jason with gardening with
I
Goody
know.
is still around?
Hey,
Okay.
you know he did a video this weekend or this week. He castrated his pig. He's got 3 pigs, 2 girls and 1 boy, and he did his boy, and he referenced our video that we did.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Awesome.
Hopefully,
Danny from Wicked Awesome Gardening's here. Hopefully
it was helpful.
Yeah.
I feel like it's pretty good. We're going to try another technique at some point in time.
Well, he did it differently. He used the back of a pickup truck, hung the pig upside down, and put the legs this way and did it that way.
Okay.
But I feel like it was hard to get the little nuggets, a grip, just from the looks of it.
There's definitely something to be said about doing it with help.
Yes. Well, he did have help.
Okay.
Which is really cool. You have to go back and watch it. I watched it. It was really awesome. Hey, yes, it is Abby Wilson. Hey, JRC Homestead. How are you? Leanne from Mennonite Farmhouse. Hello, beautiful. How are you?
What's going on? We see Jake with Nunya, Texas on the back 20.
Jake says, guess what I'm eating? Ooh, are you eating some steaks?
I don't know. What we got going on over
Are
there?
you eating some pork? Hey, Uncle Al, how are you?
Jake's one of our loyal customers now.
He is.
Right on.
Gonna try to hang up with y'all tonight, but I've got some funk. Feel like I've been ran over by a truck. Oh no,
that's horrible.
Allergies have been killing some people lately. I mean, it has been really taking a lot of people out. I saw this lady today at the tax office, and her like eyes were all like bloodshot red and all like swollen and puffy, and her nose was kind of like red around here. I was like, oh, that lady got some allergies. And she just sounded like stuffy when she was talking to the lady at the tax office. Yeah, it was funny. Oh, see, Leanne's she had a bad cold last week.
I do want
hamburger.
I do want to say that it is kind of funny because
hey, Heather Lynn.
Look, this is a channel that we certainly try not to make things political or discussions around things that could cause dissension or division.
Yeah.
But what I will say is as I did when the virus was running around.
We're glad you're here, Jason. Yeah, keep
when
on.
The virus was going around, everybody was all in a panic all the time for any kind of human function, coughing, sneezing.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to do anything.
And so now the other day I was at work and I had made a comment and it was abruptly handled by some other folks that were like, it's allergy season in the state of Texas, don't you?
It is.
And I'm like, well, that's not what we were talking about this time last year. How was it?
Oh, Gardening with Goody said, I'm still around. Softball's kept us really busy. Miss being able to watch the lives. Well, we're glad you're here. And Jake said, wait, Bland's hamburger, grass-fed, lean Texas beef. Well, good. I'm glad you like it.
What's going on?
Don't believe the hype, Eric. Rich says.
Yeah. Oh, trust me. I am not buying
Rich is on fire today. I can feel it. It's going to be like you and him having a good old time on here tonight.
Yeah.
Did a video on the 6 worst sandwiches. Why peanut butter and mayo? Peanut butter and mayonnaise. My mom actually used to eat that. Actually, she would do peanut butter, mayonnaise, and banana.
I don't know about the mayonnaise thing, but peanut butter and bananas, yeah.
She said peanut butter and bananas, and she said mayonnaise because it helped helped everything kind of just like slide in your mouth better. I don't know. Ooh.
No.
Ooh.
That's a gross slide in right there. That's not the slide I'm looking for. I'll tell you that much. You know what I mean? That's just,
no, I don't actually. I don't really want you to explain.
I was on a live a while back, and it was
peanut butter and mayonnaise. He heard it's great.
I was trying to think.
Hey, Andale, how are you?
I was trying to think. The
rye bread.
Hold on.
Keep trying to think.
Back in World War II, I believe is what it was. They had a book of food that was used to survive, And one of the things was peanut butter and mayonnaise, or just a mayonnaise sandwich. And of course, that led into conversation about why people would just eat mayonnaise sandwich.
Yeah.
And we, thought about maybe the proteins, the eggs that were used. Of course, this was back in World War II, so there was probably less stuff in it opposed to eggs and whatever. I don't even know. I don't know how you make mayonnaise, nor do I care.
Mayonnaise is super easy to make.
Mayonnaise, take it or leave it. I could care less.
We can make mayonnaise with duck eggs. So I've done it before.
Well, whether I can eat it or not, it's like ketchup. Take it or leave it. I could care less.
Wait, prepping cedar fever drops. You can watch the cedar pollen explosions here. So JRC Homestead, are you doing a video on that? Because that would be amazing. Uncle Al says, worst, Eric, going out. I need to see that if that's a video. That'd be kind of interesting because people always say, here, it's the mountain cedar. I don't know.
Well, they don't say mountain.
What do they say? No, say it's the mountain cedar.
No, they'll say it's the pine or cedar.
No, the mountain pine or the mountain cedar.
There ain't no mountain here.
That's what they say. I'm telling you.
Leanne.
He can only eat duck eggs, Leanne. He can't have chicken eggs.
Settle down. Duck eggs are not vomit. I don't even know why. You can't even taste the difference. Come on.
Okay, and Dale, if I can get my immersion blender, if I can borrow my mother-in-law's, I will do that. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get an immersion blender myself to do it because that's the way I did it. I made it with an immersion blender I borrowed from my mother-in-law, and it was really good.
There you go. JRC said maybe next year on the
season over now next year. Oh, yeah, for sure. Pine pollen is really getting going here too. Yeah, it is. It is definitely getting allergy season.
Yeah. So we see little Frenchies come in, Yogi Hollow Farm. What's going on, everybody?
Hey, so Lisa, glad. How are you? Guess what? Did anybody see the video that Lisa put out today? The little short?
Man, I've been so busy at work lately.
I know. Well, check it out. Ready? Hey, Grace and Fire. I found you on Instagram, by the way, just so you know.
Well, don't give it away. Everybody go over to...
Go and look at her short. It's super exciting news. And if you know, if you've been around, you know that she's been trying to breed her pigs.
Why are you trying to tell her
Kune pigs?
Business?
You need to go check out her short she put out today with Sherman and his ladies. So very exciting. So, all right. See you in a little bit, Leanne. Thank you, but you need one too. Hint, hint, Eric. No, she had to go eat. She got to go eat.
What's everybody eating tonight? I got me some shredded chicken.
Oh, she said I could say it anyway, Eric. Say blue. But anyway, go check it out because it's exciting.
Yeah, so we got some shredded chicken for Din Din tonight.
Yeah, shredded taco chicken.
Shredded taco
chicken. He doesn't usually like.
And the
chicken.
Instapot. So it was okay.
Okay.
Dusty Goat Homestead, hello.
Hey, how are you? Okay, I'm going to say it. She thinks that Sherman and Eleanor, I think Eleanor, was it Eleanor? I think it was Eleanor. She got Eleanor pregnant, which means Eleanor should be having babies in like July 25th.
What do you mean she thinks she got him?
I'm pretty sure.
Did she do a pregnancy test?
She watched the.
She watched him?
She watched the.
What a weirdo. Why would she sit there and watch that? Give them some space, Lisa.
That's what it feels like when you're waiting for your animals to breed that you've been waiting for so long.
You just start staring at them?
You feel like you're watching some kind of like not naughty video or something. I don't know.
Well, if she recorded it, she is watching.
She didn't record that part of it. She just saw the aftermath. They were smoking cigarettes in the farrowing pet. No, I'm joking. They were hanging out together, sleeping in a big
Lisa and Ryan? Or
Eleanor. It was Eleanor. Yeah, Eleanor. They connected. I have a video also, Eric. Wow. She said, and trust me, he didn't care.
He was busy.
He didn't care. She was taking a video. Kids are all married, so I had a bad dinner ice cream. Nice, Grace and Fire. That's awesome. That's what Eric's going to eat once all our kids are grown. He'll be like, give me some ice cream for dinner, Monica. I'll be like, I'll take some Tootsie Rolls. Thanks.
You know, I've thought about that. So normally on Wednesday night, Monica's at church with the kids. I can't go because I get home so late from work. But I've thought about that. Have you ever thought about like if you didn't have kids or if you were single?
Yeah.
Like how you would eat?
I would eat trash all day long.
Would you really?
Yes. And no, I think I would eat some good things and then I would eat trash because I feel like I would eat like avocados and like tuna fish and like all those really good things like a lot of the time. But then I would just eat trash when I wanted to. Like I would wake up and just eat garbage if I felt like it. I wouldn't even
What kind of garbage are you talking about?
like cookies and chocolate bars. I would just buy chocolate bars. I'd have it on hand at all
Now,
times.
you're talking about like Hershey chocolate?
I'd probably be
bars?
like 400 pounds if we didn't have kids. So, I mean, hey.
I mean, look. Well, I don't have to.
Hey, how are you, Ormsby Farms? How are you?
In that
Casey?
scenario, I don't need to say that I'd love you no matter what because I'm not in it.
Good call on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Andale said, y'all do know the MIG Girl picked the winners, right? Yes, I heard that they were picking and we were supposed to go over and vote, but I missed that completely because Eric worked late tonight. He got in super late, which is why we jumped on here late. And so when he got home, I like rushed to make sure everybody was eating, and I was like elbow deep in tax stuff because we have a guy that does our taxes for us, and the deadline to send him all of the tax stuff is today. So you better believe.
Seriously?
It was actually tomorrow, but I was really good. See, I get it a day early because I was gonna be busy tomorrow. So today was my deadline. I really wanted to have it done by the 15th of March, but well, yeah, it didn't happen. But I sent him all the stuff and it's done. But I was like in like full panic mode that I wasn't going to get everything done. So, so let's see what they said.
I'm going to go with Carmen. Are you talking about the eating thing?
Yeah, let's see.
So Carmen said that right there. She said,
I would eat awesome some days to nothing other days. Yeah.
I'm with you. I think I would actually probably fall in that category of nothing.
Yeah.
Or just enough to get through. So I don't even know, honestly, if it would be like healthy eating or if it would just be enough to get me through, meaning like enough sugar and or something. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I eat healthy food with the kids gone, but I don't have to cook dinner for a big family. So we eat ice. Like we like ice dinner as a treat. Ice cream as a treat. Yeah. I would be 1,000 pounds if I ate what I really wanted. Yeah, for real. So I think I actually wouldn't be. Oh, did you really win? That's awesome, Andale. Yay.
That's what she says.
I heard that you might. I thought I heard, or somebody said that they thought that Andale got the MVP. So if so, you deserve it because you're awesome. So, hey, Robert Lonis, how are you? Thanks for coming by. So yeah, I am. Yeah, my MIG girl. I was going to do the final video this week, and this week got away from me. I was going to do a video just showing my bucket that was all like dead, and there's one little thing growing.
Maybe after we're done tonight, maybe we can do
a quick little. We could do a short.
We could do a video because I think it's pretty inspiring.
It's very interesting to see what I came up with, even though I didn't grow it in the bucket like I should have. I mean, I did, but yeah. So congratulations. Yay, Ian. You are awesome.
Congrats.
Yay.
I think it was a mercy vote. Everybody liked it.
They liked that she was mercy at all.
She was shadow boxing and stuff.
That was a given for sure. That was all Ann.
She was out there doing her little Rocky stuff, and then she would go, well, gee, y'all, if you would you would honor me with the privilege of winning this award. Thank you.
You do a pretty good Andale, but you don't smile enough. She smiles a lot, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny though.
That's pretty good. I just need that. I need that derby hat. That's what I need.
Yeah. Yes, I will show y'all what my bucket looks like. It's sad. It's so sad.
Well, forget the bucket.
Well, no, I have to show what the bucket looks like.
You can show the bucket in the beginning, but it's the other stuff.
Yeah.
This is honestly, the reason why I think it's awesome is because it was the fortitude that we took to continue forward. And
hey, Garden State Gardener, how are you?
And not just that, but also this is something that inches us closer to our annual goal.
Our goal that we set in the very beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And being more self-sustainable and growing at least 80% of my garden from seed.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the thing is not giving up. That's what we always try to push for. And sometimes
that's so sweet.
Sometimes you can push as hard as you want and it just doesn't work out. And then sometimes when you're pushing as hard as you can, things just happen to fall in place. So even though the contest was a complete bust
for us,
like
hi Denise, how are you?
We did horrible on. Okay, I'll just say it the way it is. Monica did horrible in this. Oh, I mean, we did horrible on the whole bucket thing, but Monica did awesome with all the seed starts and getting all the different seeds that we wanted and getting ready. So, I mean, I don't know about you.
Hey, Kettle Kitchen, how are you?
Yes, hello. How are you?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy, even though I didn't grow this amazing, gorgeous bucket like everybody else did.
But
I'm happy with what we.
But here's the thing, ready? When we go out to the garden,
hey Scott, how are you?
We're gonna have a step up.
I'm excited.
And this nothing compared to anybody else, to us.
Just for us. It's a step up from what we're used to doing. Yeah. From what we're used to having. So I'm excited. Hey, look, I put last Saturday, Eric was moving cattle, and he had last Saturday, we ran 19 head of cattle through all our chute and everything. Hey, Jackie. Yes, it's probably hitting y'all tonight, isn't it? We did get some storms, but we threaded the needle and it went right around us. So we're good. But anyway, we, on Saturday, Eric was moving cattle back and forth after we ran them through. We were giving them some different treatments and stuff that they needed. And we usually just get them ready for spring. And so he was taking exactly right. That's what I really need to do. Is more growing in the winter next year too. So anyway, so I took some of my lettuces. That's probably too late to really put in the ground here in Texas, but I got the lettuces out in the ground on Saturday, and I was so excited because it was really warm on Saturday, and I was really nervous. So like by Monday, they were like, oh, they were all kind of like leaning to the side. And I was like, oh, they're all gonna die. Every single thing that I put in this garden is gonna die because it's all like more cold crops. They're still alive. They're still alive, y'all. And it was like 60 degrees the past couple days. So it's been really nice. I was so happy. Like normally I'm not big on this like cooler weather in the spring, but like I needed a sweatshirt today. I ain't wearing my sweater, but I'll tell you what, my vegetables have loved it. I'll tell
you what.
Yes. Yeah. My vegetables have loved it. I'm so excited they're still alive in the garden. So I've got tomatoes though. They're like this tall and they're ready to go in the garden. Hey, Melvita, how are you?
Melvita, and I don't know, did you ever say hi to...
I said hi to Heather Lynn, yes. Okay. I briefly, but you were talking, so she may not heard me. What, Jackie said, no, we had some thunder and winds last night. Hold on. And school was an hour late today, but it was beautiful by 7 a.m. Nice.
Yeah, so...
We have winter here.
But
go ahead, say what you want to say.
Now, I was going to say that we definitely had some bad storms. And so there was a community close to us, I would say probably about 5 minutes down the road.
Yes.
That got hit with the EF1. It tore up some stuff.
Yeah.
And that morning, actually, Monica got woke up. The thing is, for me, there can be a tornado actually removing the roof from our house.
He was asleep.
I'm not waking up.
Yeah, no. He was asleep.
Take me in my sleep, Lord. That's just the way it's going to be.
I mean, I'm cool with going in my sleep too, but don't be catching me up in a tornado and having me deal with all the pain involved before I go. Like, I want to be sound asleep and just wake up in the presence of Jesus. That's what I want. Just
right.
Yeah. Winter weather advisory for Lisa over at Yogi.
We're getting hit with them winter temperatures.
Hey, Rebecca.
Too.
We said hi earlier. I didn't know if you heard us or not, too. You were the first one in here. So, Denise said she got snow, too. Yeah, it's been drought. Yeah. And winds there. Oh, some fires.
Yeah, I saw that on the news today. There was some wildfires kicking up.
That. Yeah. Yeah, the wildfires is so scary. We were just talking a little bit about that the other day.
Broke cowgirl.
She made herself plant a bunch made myself plant a bunch of starts out yesterday.
Yeah. So how are the tomatoes? I'm still interested. I know I'm asking like every week.
The one that she was hiding like 2 weeks ago because she was going to cover them.
Yeah.
I think,
because
you had them in the ground
because
already.
Now, after this storm, we had this temperature drop.
Mm-hmm.
So last night, did it get into the 30s or 40s or something like that?
Oh, you weren't blocked, Rebecca. We got you, girl. We said hi. We were excited because you're the first one in here. We're like, hey. Anyway, yeah, it got cold, really cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. See ya. Thanks for coming by. Yeah. It got cold. Yeah, there you go. Garden table with Heather Lynn. It was 30 degrees on Monday. It definitely got cold this past week. Enough that I was a little nervous. And the cool thing is like, everybody takes their stuff outside to get that wind and stuff, right? To go out there and acclimate a little bit to the outside. Well, I've just kept my windows bright.
Wait a minute. What?
You're supposed to actually harden off your plants where you take them outside.
Oh, I thought you were talking about you personally.
No, you take your plants outside so they acclimate to outside. Well, I haven't really done that with any of my stuff because I literally just move things up and down because I have a window right there with full sun and the wind just been coming in. So everything's just been getting the outside, but right inside my window. So, because there's just a lot. I'm not moving all of it.
So I see Jake with Nunya. He says, no more freezes. We are going to garden.
Yes.
How sure are you about that? And then the question,
it's not supposed to freeze anymore.
The question I was wondering too, though, is it different because you have a canopy of trees?
He actually might have it. I feel like sometimes the canopy, like the trees being in the woods like that, you probably have more of like almost like a shade cloth, like you have that like natural shade cloth.
I'm not talking about for the garden. I'm talking about like in the cold temperatures.
He said 50-50. Yeah, Melvito, weather warfare for sure. Yeah, there's definitely something going on with this weather. Yeah, for sure. It was 20 here Tuesday. Yeah, it was really,
where's Danny?
Danny's in the Northeast. She's wicked awesome, dude.
Wicked awesome.
Massachusetts, I think. Yeah, Massachusetts.
She's up there getting some tuna.
Okay, look,
get
right?
Some lobster.
I'm not like friends with people on Facebook a lot, like a lot of people outside of my like zone. And so I saw Danny
like your growing zone?
Like, no, just like my zone of like people, right? So I don't accept just random friend requests. I really don't. So he just said he doesn't get frost too often. I'm kind of on a hill. So there you go. Well, I saw Danny on Facebook and it was like a friend request. And I'm like, I don't know this lady. But then I'm like, looking, I'm like, I kind of do know her. How do I know her? And I'm like looking and I'm like looking again. I click on her picture and I'm like looking and I'm like, she looks so familiar. Who is she? And then I like read her name and I'm like, I don't know this lady. And I'm like, wait, she's friends with Alicia? Oh, it's Danny. And I was like, click.
You hung up on her?
No, I accepted.
Oh,
anyway,
okay.
I was just like really freaked out at first because I was like, I don't know her. And then I was like, oh, Danny, I know her. It's not Danny. It just says your real name. Well, I didn't know that.
The other problem is though that when some people, not necessarily Danny, but some people when they have that profile pic, that if you're older, you'll understand.
Well, no, it looks just like her, but it didn't occur to me.
Well, I was just trying to make fun of people who did the bedazzled look.
Oh my gosh, nobody does bedazzled anymore.
Is that done and over with?
It's done and over with. Now they do the filters. Lord. Now they do all the like photo filters.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You don't need to bedazzle anything. You just have photo filters.
That's
all
true.
The time. I wish we could have a filter on here.
There you go. No, girl, you're looking good. Miss Tina Ladybug.
Hey,
hello,
Tina,
hello.
How are you? Nice to see you here tonight. Yeah, I'm really excited to put my stuff out there. So I have a question for you chicken people. And I was going to ask Rich what he thought about it. So my sister-in-law, she said actually I had makeup on in that video or that picture because it was when I was Lily, St. Regis, and Annie. So I looked a little different. Yeah, see, then I thought I saw that you did like drama and stuff. And I'm like, oh, she does drama. My kids do drama. They do like a drama club through homeschooling. So anyway, but yeah, I was all excited when I saw that. I was like, that's so cool. Mine is soft filter. None of my million freckles or wrinkles show. I have plenty of wrinkles and freckles.
You have freckles and wrinkles? Hold on. Let's go.
Nah. Yeah, it might be a soft filter, but you're so cute, Jackie. So cute. What are you doing now?
Investigating.
She meant for you. I meant for him that he needs a filter. No. No. Oh, you run the community. Is that your community theater company that you were talking about in the last post? Oh, that's so cool. I'm going to have to check it out. Okay. Anyway, I was going to ask chicken people, the people that know chickens really well. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law just got a bunch of chickens, and all the chickens are picking on this one chicken. Like the one. Now, all of them are different colors. Most of them are like reds, and there's one that's all black, like an Australorp. It's called like a black star. And then there's one like white star. So she's like pure white. They're picking on the white one. And so she is like really upset because they like basically just like gang up on her and like peck on her and push her in the corner. They've only been together since Saturday. So it's not even been a full week yet. And she was like, when are they going to stop with the pecking order thing? I'm so nervous and I hate when they pick on her. And I'm like, it'll be okay. Just leave them together. Like leave them together.
It's like a turf
She's
war.
keeping them separate though when they go into their runs because she's so afraid they're going to like corner her when they're not free ranging. Yeah. So anybody has advice for that, let me know because
I got advice.
I'm excited to tell her if there's anything else she can do.
This is your sister?
This is your sister-in-law and my sister-in-law and your brother's wife.
Got it. Okay.
So anyway.
Well, when they're listening or if they want to watch this on the replay.
Yeah, then they can watch for advice.
Eat it.
No, they have egg chickens. They want egg laying chickens. Leave them alone.
What?
They got like 8 of them.
Do they have a rooster?
No, they don't need it. Chickens will lay eggs without a rooster.
No, duh. Are you serious?
No, but they don't need a rooster. Why do they need a rooster?
I'm just saying they could get a replacement. Let it lay some eggs, hatch them out, get rid of the one that nobody likes.
They're not laying eggs yet. They're still young. There's only like 2 that are laying eggs. They're still.
So she's a troublemaker.
Oh my gosh, get out of here. Carmen said, I see people often in person and they're so kind and excited. Hey, Carmen, how are you? And I stand there very kindly back, but have no clue who they are. I feel so bad afterwards. That's because you're a pastor's wife too.
She's famous.
She is famous. She's got like 1,600 subscribers.
What?
1.6K or something like that. Yeah, she's getting
That's
on
fancy.
there. Oh, look, Gary said, we still have a white chicken and all the other chickens used to gang up on it. We used to have. Yeah.
What'd you do with it, Gary?
Uncle Al said racist chicken.
It's the times we're living in.
So what do we do, Rich? You have to tell us when you come up here.
Yeah.
What your opinion is of this. Because I know you're like a chicken guy.
Hello, family homestead. Hello.
Hey, how
welcome.
Are you?
Kitchen garden therapy. Hello.
Hey.
Hope everybody's doing well.
I've been binging some of Slava's stuff over at Kitchen Garden Therapy. She's got vegetables that are perennials, right? Perennials grow back every year.
Yeah.
Do you know that you can put vegetables in your garden that are perennials?
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. There's like a lot of perennial vegetables that you can choose from.
There's some that come back anyway, right?
Well, like asparagus and things like that, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you even have some that still pop back up each year.
Which ones?
Well, for sure, like the herbs, like your peppermints and spearmints. And
yeah, but I'm talking about
and then
like big veggies, like green veggies. And
well,
stuff.
what about all your tomato plants where we have the unplanted ones that you won't let me take down? And
the volunteers. I repotted them. So no, here's the thing though. These are like true. I don't know. They're different. Anyway, it's really cool. I've been watching her videos. Yes, she does like a couple of them actually. Like one's a perennial veggie, and then the other one's like perennial. I don't know if it's perennial greens maybe or something. She's done a few. Really good. And she has like the chillest voice. I love it. She does voiceovers and it's so calming.
You were just talking about that was with Little Frenchie.
Yeah, I was telling Little Frenchie that Slava has this like chill voice. She has this like chill voice, like so you could just listen to her and like do her voiceovers like all the time. And that's probably why people, another reason why people like to listen to Little Frenchie do her empty shell videos, because it's like just calm. Yeah, Gwen, I tried to overwinter my peppers this year, but they froze up again because we didn't heat our greenhouse in time. So now we are ready. But here's the cool thing. Ready? I got a bunch of seeds from my dead tried to overwinter peppers. So the peppers just shriveled up and was like, here's all the seeds for y'all dried out inside. So I cracked it open and just poured out the seeds.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty awesome. So I already bought that same plant seeds this year, but I won't have to ever do that again. See, now I know what I'm doing.
Are you going to try to keep the seeds this year?
Yeah. I kept seeds from one of my, several of my Cherokee purple tomatoes, and then put them in a little paper towel and then put it on the counter and left it there because they were all dried out. And then someone threw my paper towel away. No, Slava, your voice is beautiful. It's like butter. It's very nice.
It's like Monica's when she wakes up in the morning.
No, not at all. My voice is scratchy and really crazy. See, gonna get scratchy on me right there.
Maybe you should talk less.
Oh, you think? No, thanks.
I'm not a quitter. I'm going to keep on going.
I'm not a quitter. I will not speak less.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Gary right now. I asked him a question about the chickens, and he's only putting like 3 words at a time.
One morning,
and I can't go back and reread.
He's like a robot.
Yeah, maybe we should give him the boot.
You think Gary's a bot?
You think maybe?
We're losing viewers because you're messing with Gary.
Okay, sorry, Gary.
They're all over. Do you know where they are right now? They're all over at Ridge Life because he had like a tornado thing on his thing, and it was like riding out the storm. And I'm like, dude. Like everybody's going to go see his video tonight. Everybody's going to go watch his live so we can talk about hunkering down during the tornado.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. Right. He can keep tornadoes. I'm good.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited that he's good, that he's okay.
I keep seeing people come in and congratulating Andale. And so I'm wondering if she's just out there on YouTube world just bragging about her wins. You know what I mean?
I do not think Andale is a braggart. She's not. She's not.
What
she's
if-
not a braggart.
What if she put a video out
Poor Gary.
and it was just like full on like trash talk, just laying it
She
down
would have
hard?
never won if she was a trash talker.
Maybe she's low key trash talker.
That's fine then. She's under the radar. She can do that.
Okay. Well,
I watched the woman can water.
look, I'm keeping an eye
She's
on
got
her.
good content.
That's all
See?
I got to say.
Her reputation precedes her. See? Even Danny says. I agree.
That's what she wants everybody to believe.
Oh, wait. Rich says, sorry, the low viewership tonight is due to me. I'll take the heat tonight. No, don't worry. They're going to come in here when you're coming up here. So poor Garrett. He says, like, won't let me finish a sentence. It keeps sending automatically. Do not apologize, bud. You're fine. And Ann says, we're all winners. Oh, Jackie said, I was watching Ridge Life. But then you guys popped up. You told a little bit of the story. Yeah, he got like 90 people in there right after we started. We started at the same time. I like scrolled
How do
through.
you know? Were you over there too?
I was at Ridge Life actually for a few minutes before we started. Now, just joking. Oh my gosh. Ann Dale is just someone you want to congratulate with love. It's true. I'm
know.
so excited for her.
We give her a hard time, but it's all out of love.
No, she's not bragging. She is loved. Truly, truly. We love Ann Dale so much. I'm impressed with her. I just love watching her videos. Again, I watched the lady can water, so right there.
Wow. So
Hey there.
what?
Rich said, hey, Gary, it might be Monica. Eric can't get a full sentence in either. 113. That's awesome.
Implant from Leanne. Does that mean that you're here because of Leanne?
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you being
coming
here for sure. Wait, are you mocking me?
Am I mocking you? Are you mocking me? Are you preceding my words with the things I'm going to say? One morning, my mom walked outside and the chicken was flying away by a hawk. That's what happened to the white chicken.
It took you that long to tell us the story of destruction? Come on, Gary.
At least he's here. Him and Abby are here, and their sister just sitting in the other room hanging out with her boyfriend. Like, with Thursdays never happening.
Yeah. I need you guys to help me out with that. So Jackie Saylor is saying that Ridge Life has 113.
That's awesome.
If one person leaves right now, we'll only have one. We'll have 13.
Garrett's like, peace out. I'm out. I'm going to go see what Ridge Life is doing.
We need to start doing our lives in front of tornado torn areas.
Oh my
or something.
gosh.
I don't know.
What? Carmen, did you get a SCOBY? Please do not tell me you bought a SCOBY. If anybody is living in my area and they want a SCOBY to start their own kombucha, please let me know. I have a SCOBY hotel that's like this high. Okay. Yeah. Got lots of SCOBYs.
See, this is low key bragging. This is exactly what I'm talking
Y'all,
about.
that's very sweet. I'm starting to feel weird, but champion.
Double trophies. Come on.
I love it. That's awesome, Carmen. I made water kefir and no one drinks it, so I stopped making it.
No, you gotta tell me when it's ready to drink.
It was ready like a month ago.
Okay, can I still drink it?
Probably not. You'll probably die. Tell your sister to get more white chickens. I told her that she might need to add another chicken. Lisa, if I could mail you a SCOBY somehow, I would do it. I just don't know how.
You just Ziploc that thing. It's just like a snot
I wonder if
ball
it would
anyway.
dry out. I wonder if I could do it. I wonder if I can dehydrate a SCOBY and then send it to you dehydrated. Then you can reconstitute it.
What if you vacuum seal it so that it can't dehydrate?
A SCOBY with a B.
It's a relative.
It's a symbiotic.
Scooby. She's got it.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
So the SCOBY is the mother of me. It's actually called, it's a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. Is it symbiotic culture or symbiotic something with a C? Bacteria.
I didn't even realize it was an acronym.
It is. It's a SCOBY.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's good information.
It is. SCOBY is definitely like the mother of making fermented stuff like kombucha. Yep. Can it. Can I can it? I don't think I can can it. If you can it, you can't can it. You can't can it.
No, you can't can it.
I mean, I can put it in a jar. Yes, Carmen, they do. They get big when I have a good idea. I get excited. And Dale, look, seriously, for real, y'all, if I can figure out how to do it, I will send you one, Ann, and I will send you one, Lisa, because I've got like layers of SCOBY. I just don't know how to send it. That'd be so cool. If you guys could start SCOBYs from my SCOBY mother. I'd be like the mother of your baby kombuchas, SCOBYs.
That's like a power play.
No, it's exciting.
That's a power play.
No, it's awesome. I make blueberries. We like blueberry kombucha, and we like, well, Eric, I like blueberry kombucha. I haven't made it in a while, but I like blueberry kombucha. And then Eric likes the ginger kombucha.
The ginger good.
Ginger's
the mandarin's good. The blueberry's good. The raspberry's good.
Yeah, I don't like strawberries. I feel like they get a little funky. Okay.
You just got to let it go down the throat.
Yeah. Okay. Explain how you start the kombucha with the SCOBY. So for anybody that wants to make kombucha is a like tea. It's like a probiotic drink. It's really good for you. I'll do it really fast. Ready? You make some iced tea, right? You just make hot tea, and you make the hot tea with, don't give me face. You make hot tea, right? And then you let the tea cool down. You don't use it when it's hot. You make your cool tea. Never dehydrate a SCOBY. Doggone it. I have to figure out how to do it. When I originally bought mine, I ordered online, and they sent me in a vacuum seal bag. Good call. I
said that 35 minutes ago.
What is the SCOBY? Sorry, asking for a friend. It's basically like how you start kombucha, right? So all that stuff that they charge you like a lot of money for, like bottles of in the stores and stuff. It's a really good probiotic drink. Hey, Frontier Survival, how are you? And it's basically you take black tea or green tea, whatever you want. You can mix it together.
Never dehydrate. Scooby-Doo.
And anyway, you put like some sugar in there. I use cane sugar, right? And then once I have the sugar and the tea mixed, and it's like a room temperature because you don't want it to be hot, you pour it over top. You pour it in your container, and then you take your little SCOBY and you go bloop, and you bloop it in there. And once you bloop it in there, you put your little thing on the top. I put just a hey, Adventure on the Homestead. I just put
did you say hi to Frontier Survivor?
I did. I just said okay. I put what do I put? A coffee filter on the top of mine, and I write the date of the coffee filter, like on the side of the coffee filter. Hey, Hoga Homestead. And then I just let it sit. And it's pretty warm here, so it gets done pretty fast. But yeah. So Hoga Homestead came in, and that's okay. That's okay, Lisa. I'm going to start tagging too. And Gary says, when she starts talking about tea, well, it makes good tea, right? I mean, it makes really good flavor. Anyway, once you do it, then you can ferment it a second time, and it gets all fizzy and bubbly, and it's like soda, but it's not soda.
Yeah. So in the old days, whoever was asking this question, in the old days, they used to keep it on their counters, right?
Yeah. And second time, you put it in the second ferment in your fruit. So once it's done and it's like fermented, it's not bubbly yet. Once it's fermented and basically you don't taste that sugar anymore, then you can, why in the heck would anyone drink anything fermented? Because it's so good for you, Jackie.
It is
super good for your health.
You know what? This goes back to, and I don't know if Jackie was in here when we asked this question, but
you better stop, Jake.
If you were single,
you're making me want to puke.
If you were single,
second ferment when you had the fruit.
How would you eat?
Yeah. If you were single, how would you eat?
I think for me, I don't know. I don't know if it would be healthy or not.
Thank you, Scott.
But I know that with the kids, obviously with Monica, my goal is to always eat better.
Yeah.
Because I got to keep up this beach body for my wife.
He actually has to keep healthy enough that he can work, because without him, we would have, we would be living on the streets.
Oh, well, I don't think it was that grave. My goodness. You took it really far.
It's really good. Look, kombucha tastes really yummy. The stuff you buy in the store, not that great. I'm just going to say from experience. I don't like the stuff in the store. It's kind of grody.
I think it's just based upon brand.
Homemade kombucha, because it's so good.
If you look, the thing is, like when you first talk about it, and
fermented cabbage.
If you have like if you're one of those people that you can't look at certain things, or you just get grossed out by it, you'll probably be grossed out because it looks like a snot ball sitting on top of tea.
It looks like a firm snot ball.
Yes, but
that's gross.
But if you can look past that,
we said snot ball twice and lost people.
Yeah, everybody's like, I'm
count is going way down.
Yeah, they're like, I bet Tim's not talking about snot balls right now.
Jackie's like, I gave you a thumbs up, but now, after kombucha talk,
thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Like Jackie said, I'll pass, thanks.
Yeah, it looks gross, but the thing is,
it does look gross.
That when you understand the value of it, because what is it that the probiotic? You said that right?
It's a probiotic. It's a very good probiotic drink. Yeah. It's very good.
All natural.
Enough about the snot ball talk. Rich said.
No way. We're going to keep talking.
Look, Nathan said he got in here just in time for the snot ball talk.
There you go. Well, welcome, Nathan.
When it ferments, you throw it out. Jake, you better not be throwing Anne's SCOBY stuff out. I wonder if Anne. I should have asked her the other day if she needed anything else for that. She has a SCOBY.
Does she?
Yes, I gave her a SCOBY when they came.
Oh, that's right.
In November.
Yeah.
I haven't made any lately. I really need to make some more. Hey, Joe Serrano, how are you? Joe. Wait, dude, if we can get, what did it say? If we can get through maggot beard, we can get through a quick mention of snowballs, but she meant snot balls. Yeah, for real. If you've all lived through, If you've all lived through the maggot talk, then you can live through the snot ball discussion.
Yeah.
Y'all have been through a lot with us.
I think that was
We
like
really appreciate
that
that.
was the downfall of the channel. Like
the maggot talk.
Everybody expects me to just say something stupid.
I know I'm gonna have to make a video on that. On kombucha.
Well, look, so here's the thing too. Now, the probiotics, yes, you can buy the pill form.
Yeah.
But for me, I try not to drink sugar drinks at all. And to me, that's just another option.
Yeah.
Because I guess like all the sugar is gone when you're drinking it, right? It's been eaten away or whatever.
Yes. The sugar is all eaten up by the good bacteria and yeast that's in your drink.
Yeah.
That's really the way to think about it.
Yeah,
I'm just sitting here drinking bacteria and yeast. Yeah. Delish. It is very good, actually. Snot ball grosses me out more than SCOBY. We have all these boys.
You know what?
Snot's just a thing now.
I don't think Jake,
don't be giving it to the pigs.
Although it would be very good for them, I want to say this. We put it out for our hogs and they were like, no thanks.
Yeah, they didn't love it.
They're like, what do you think? We're a bunch of animals or something?
Yeah, they were too snotty for that. They were like, no thanks. Y'all have a video on snot balls. Totally worth checking it out. Not yet, but don't worry. It'll be in the works. Hey, Nathan, you need to get her to make like blueberry. Like the second ferment will be like a blueberry or like a ginger. I don't like ginger, but I like the blueberry ones. That's my favorite. Blueberry for sure. Joe and Sue's Off-Grid Homestead. Hey, how are you?
Hey, what's going on?
Sue here. Joe's at the Sugar Shack. I can't read it when you highlight it. At the Sugar Shack still. Very cool. Well, hey, thanks for coming in, Sue. Oh, look, Bar Run Forge is here. And the Naked Gardeners. They had some ponding from the rains that came through the other night. Oh, what did you have for dinner? What did you have for dinner, Leanne? I'm going back to Ridge Life so I don't puke. We will stop talking about it, Jackie.
No, we're not. We're going to keep talking about
Kombucha SCOBY is like the mother found an AC vineyard. Yes, it is. That's exactly what it's like. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I like guava and ginger from the kombucha at Aldi. Oh, cool. And see, we don't do, some people like mango too, I think, but we don't do mango anything because he has a poison ivy allergy. And we heard that mangoes are related to poison ivy, the plant.
I don't know how that could be.
I don't know either, but it's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing, and I'm not taking a chance because you're super allergic to poison ivy, so I'm not playing with that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it was like we had Monica's sister over this past weekend, and she was talking about doing something with dandelions.
So my sister's allergic to dandelions from when she was a kid, so she's never really around them. And no joke, she was saying how she's been like wild foraging, and she's like, so now I'm thinking that I'm going to like drink the tea or something. And I'm like, wait, why? She's like, well, I don't know if I'm really allergic. And I'm like, dude, I saw you when you were 2. You were allergic.
But like I told her, I was like, maybe you should try rubbing it on your arm before you put it inside your body.
She's like, I'm going to drink it or eat it. And I'm like, no, maybe not. So yeah, Dr. Pepper, please, instead. Mango and poison ivy in the same family. It's a thing. Oh, wait, Leanne said we had steak with sauteed mushrooms and caramelized onions with mac and cheese and Swiss chard. That sounds like a meal.
Leanne, I feel like she's just showing off now. She
has like amazing meals like every single night.
I know. I mean, what's up with that? I mean,
yeah.
I'm over here just trying to scrounge for something.
Yeah. Jason, you just started following Kitchen Garden Therapy. Yeah, you will be happy to follow her channel. It's good. It's good stuff. Hey, Eric, if you get a poison ivy, bathe in salt water. Best to just go to the ocean. I'm telling you what. Nothing works when he gets an outbreak of poison ivy. It is rough.
Yeah. So when I get it, I'll get
it. Hey, Brooke Farmer, how are you?
Especially really bad right on the inside of my arm. And I would actually go to bed with long sleeves on, and then I would tuck washcloths down inside.
Yeah.
And I would still have the ooze come all the way through.
I remember you told us that, Carmen.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
There was someone else that just came into it. Hobo Goat, a.k.a.
Desert Goat. How are you? On? Yeah. Jesus Loving Homesteader said she almost killed Nathan the one time with a natural sleep capsule. He's allergic to lavender essential oil, and that's what was in it. Remember she told us that?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Eric, it's Jake, stop. He's trying to gross people out. Talking about our
Is he still talking about the scobies?
Some of the scobies, yeah.
Come on, Jake. We've moved on from there.
Yeah. Yeah, Leanne, she treats her family 5 stars. Yeah. She does. She said farmers have to have the best dinners.
That's right. That's right. I like that.
Yeah. I'm cool with that. That's good.
Well,
He's only part-time farmer, so he gets part-time.
whoa,
So like that means
whoa.
like if you're a part-time farmer,
Wait, what?
you're a full-time farmer? Or
Yeah.
did you?
Yeah.
You're a full-time farmer.
I am. Can you get your fingers out of my face?
No, he's not a full-time farmer. He is a part-time farmer, and that's why he gets leftovers half the week.
What? And
fresh food the rest of the week.
No, I don't eat half the week and then leftovers the rest because you guys are eating like kings and queens when I'm at work.
What are you even talking about? I literally made this gorgeous dinner tonight.
Gorgeous.
It was chicken taco meat that we had, like chicken soft tacos.
Do I need to go
fresh avocado?
Hold on.
Oh, you want to eat sauteed mushrooms?
Hold on.
Are you eating sauteed mushrooms and mac and cheese?
Let me go back up to the description.
Let me tell you what.
Now, go ahead. Now you
steak with sauteed mushrooms and caramelized onions with mac and cheese and Swiss chard.
Don't read that.
He ain't eating mac and cheese.
Hold on. Describe for me again what we had for dinner. Go ahead.
We had softened pulled chicken, seasoned ever so delicately with taco seasoning and petite diced tomatoes.
Whoa, petite.
With a side of freshly sliced avocado, garnished with some hot sauces, some beautiful salsa and sour cream, and served on a platter of softened tortillas. Done. And you didn't eat tortillas anyway.
So. No, I didn't eat any of that. And wait, why are they laughing at me being a full-time farmer? I'm going to tell you this. Ready? Here's the thing. And this is why I said This is why I said full-time. Ready?
Go for it.
And you know this. And anybody else out there, this is how you know it's the difference between a hobby farm and a real farm. Ready? Here you go. If you go to work and you're still trying to figure out the best way to take care of your animals or the best way to breed them or the best way, all that, it's always on your mind. You can't separate yourself.
So you're a full-time farmer because you think of it all the time.
Well, is work only if you pick up a tool?
No. Are you a full-time YouTuber?
Yes.
That's true, actually.
Yes.
Leanne said, poor Eric. This joker loved his dinner tonight. It was fine. Now, he would have rather had steak, I'm sure. But he had something fresh. Boom. Thank you. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate you.
Wait a minute. What do you mean that he loved this dinner and it was fresh?
You didn't like the dinner?
Mean? It was shredded chicken. I just ate shredded chicken.
Did you hear the description of that? It was a good dinner.
That's fine, but I only ate.
Is your belly full?
The chicken. No, actually, I'm not.
You gonna follow it with some?
No.
You're gonna follow it up with some cereal tonight. That's what he's gonna do.
No, I'm not.
There you go, right there, Gwen. What? We had steak, mashed potatoes, and cream gravy and green beans.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Someone is gonna sleep good tonight over there.
That's true.
I go to bed with tears coming out of my eyes because my stomach is still growling.
Oh my gosh. Get out of here. Get out of here. Hey, look, Jim says, I won't lie. I'm 10% farmer. And thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. They're not tortillas. It's tortillas. Yeah, I know. I just like calling them tortillas because it makes kids go, Mom, that's not what they are.
All right. So I'm going to say this real quick.
Oh, he said chicken poop for poison ivy. We'll try that one.
No.
I'll start throwing chunks of chicken poop at you. Well, you like poop, so.
What? How do you? Okay. Anyway.
Have you not said before on here that you constantly pick up poop and sniff it?
For compost, yes.
Still poop?
Well, I don't just run around grabbing it and like.
But don't you like it? Don't you like poop?
Not chicken poop.
Don't you like poop?
I don't like anything to do with chickens.
He likes poops.
I do not like poops.
You do. Oh, a homemade meatball sub made by Nellie. See, Nellie's the cook.
Even Nellie's over there cooking. I can't get squat.
You need to stop right now. YouTube and farm, my full-time jobs. Look, her farmer's snoring away. That's because he ate all that stuff.
Yeah, he's got the itis now.
Eric, no. Stop smelling poop. Don't you like poop? Yeah. See? Oh, wait. Let's see. Hobo Goat says fresh deer meat cooked with vegetables straight from the garden. So nice.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Very good.
That's great. I'm glad everybody had a good dinner.
Hubby cooked tonight because I ain't told you. I hope you feel better. I'll be praying for you. We'll be praying for you to feel better. That stinks.
So if anybody in here missed last week.
That's what I'm saying, Garrett.
What?
Be grateful she's cooking for you in the first place. Thank you.
Did she, or was it Abigail?
I did it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Abigail put the chicken in there, but I seasoned it into the rest of it. She added it to the Instant Pot.
I got it. Miss Jennifer, how are you? So glad you made it.
Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Yeah. Glad you're back.
Okay, so Troy, I also tried when I was younger. When I was little,
Yeah.
and I say like 12-ish,
Yes.
I remember I got poison ivy so bad, 2 pock marks, I guess you could say.
Yep.
The ones right between the fingers. I couldn't close my fingers because it was so swollen that I took, because the bleach thing was definitely like an old
Some
country
breeds of
thing.
goats can eat poison ivy.
I got a story about that too. Anyway, I took a little safety pin and I popped both of them, got all the ooze out, and then I doused it with bleach. Came right back.
Yeah, bleach hurts too.
So funny story about the poison ivy. So the guy, and I can't remember who it was, over at the church, the McClendon church.
I don't remember.
Remember the family that had the kid, the one boy that had a cowboy hat and had the feather?
Yes.
Okay. That family.
Oh, nice.
I don't remember the name, but he had, I think, like 3 to 5 acres, and he had a lot of poison ivy growing around the house, and he was really allergic.
Yeah.
So he had heard that the goats would eat the poison ivy. So he bought goats, put them out there to eat the poison ivy, and the goats went around the house and ate all the bushes, ate all the trees, didn't touch the poison ivy.
Yeah, I remember that actually.
Yeah.
He said, if you're a sissy, Monica. Wait, if I'm a sissy about what? Wait, story time with Papa Eric again. You guys have a great night. I have to go. See you later. Thank you for coming in,
Yeah,
Jason.
man. So glad
we're gonna plan a meetup with Jason from Gardening with Goody, Carmen from G's 11 Homesteader, for real. And
Wait, do you have a list of people that I don't even get to say?
And then we're gonna invite Jake and Anna. We're gonna have like a cookout and let all the kids run around and be crazy, and we can all like sit and cook out and have fun. It's going to be so awesome. I'm already planning it in my mind. It's going to be summertime.
Can I be part of that?
Get ready.
Am I invited?
You can come home from work.
Oh, awesome.
We'll do it on Saturday so you can be here.
Okay.
Maybe it'd be a Sunday get together, like a brunchy brunch.
Yeah. You're not going to invite anybody else that's not like super local?
Well, they were just like super local, so they could like come over on a Sunday.
I got you.
I mean, we'll have to do a big meetup. That would be really cool. Eric's working on that in his head. Handale said, I'm pretty sure I'm not allergic to poison ivy. No, me neither. For real.
I'm going to tell you, that is one thing I do not miss about being up in Maryland. Every time I would go into the woods, I would always be concerned that I was going to come out with
Drops?
Poison ivy somehow. Hey, Drops. Yeah,
I didn't see Troy's comment.
Good to see you.
I saw the thing. It says if you're a sissy, but I didn't see the one before that one. Now, we had the redneck trifecta: corn, mac and cheese, and Spam.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's pretty cool though to know. I wonder if I wouldn't try it.
What?
I wouldn't try to eat poison ivy.
Where was
Troy said my dad was allergic to poison ivy when he was a kid, and his mom had him eat the poison ivy, and he never reacted to it again. That's some scary stuff there.
I think that the dangerous part is if it gets in your bloodstream.
True.
So if you consume it.
Hey, Tiny Tim, how are you?
Maybe it's different. I don't know. That's one of them things. It's like having an egg allergy, a chicken egg allergy.
Mm-hmm.
That's like that time where mom was like, "Hey, I was watching a video and they said if you eat a ton of chicken eggs, you'll overcome the allergy." And I'm like,
no,
I'm pretty sure I'm not going to test that one out.
Home canned peaches. Oh, I can't wait till our peach tree really starts to like, boom, like just peaches everywhere.
All right,
so excited.
Kettle Kitchen is now getting in on this action.
Yeah. Ever so tender ribs with a home canned barbecue sauce, green salad, homemade garlic knots, and home canned peaches.
And look, when I walked in the house today, the first thing I said, when Monica said something about dinner, I'm like, we have barbecue? Because I thought I smelled it.
It was the chicken. He doesn't really like chicken to
eat.
No,
it's not that I don't like chicken.
It's not his favorite.
It's not my favorite. There you go.
So maybe I'll make some barbecue rabbit on Monday. And I'll just put the rabbit in the crock pot and we'll do barbecue rabbit. There you go. See? There you go. The peanut butter allergy terrifies me. So many people have died. Yeah, that's for real too. And Leanne says I'm allergic to poison ivy. Once I had it on my face and I need to be put on prescription steroids. Yeah, it's for real. He gets it so bad.
Yeah.
You haven't had it in a while.
That's because down here there's
not as much.
Not as many woods.
Yeah. And Gwen says her peach trees are covered in blooms. So are ours. Well, our one is. Our other one's kind of like, nah, I'll catch up in a minute. But the plum trees are gorgeous, like white blooms all over. So pretty. So Hobo Goat says, you'll have to do your research on the goats. Always find the people who have grazing goats and fence off the things you don't want to be eaten. He won't let me get goats. We won't get goats.
Nope.
But they're so cute. So if anybody has bottle goats or bottle sheep or bottle babies that you want me to take and raise for a little bit, I will give them right back to you. You just call me up, bring them on over. I got you. I need a baby. I need babies. I need a baby animal.
Yeah. So the other night we were
Can't have more babies, so I need baby animals.
The other night, or I think I was at work or something, and I was getting ready to leave. Or no, it was like Saturday morning or something.
So good.
And this was after we have a video coming out about this. Monica to help the neighbor with one of the problems they had with their lambs.
Yeah.
And I did want to touch on this before we bring our guest up.
Yeah.
But like the next day, because the lamb was doing better, Monica proceeds to tell me that she needs a baby while she's laying in bed, and she's got her little arm there, and she's like, I need something that could lay right here. And I was like, well, like what exactly? And she's like a puppy. And I was like, nope.
Or a kitten.
Also not
or
happening.
Like a little baby sheep or a baby whatever.
Nope.
And I just want to say thank you to Troy. If you're still here, thank you, Troy. You're awesome. You're amazing. And I was going to text you, but we went on a date that Friday night and everything kind of went crazy on Saturday. We were busy. But the baby lamb, I guess you don't have to say baby if you call it a lamb, right? Because if you say lamb, it's already kind of a baby, right?
Probably.
So anyway, the lamb is doing well, and she's pulled it from the mama now, and there was no other baby being retained. So that was a good thing. So yeah, our neighbor had goats. They were everywhere but their property. Yeah, for real.
So
little Jersey calf.
Recently, I had reached out to some folks for some YouTube stuff. And I was explaining to them about our live,
so
and I lost train of thought.
Reach out to people, talking about our lives, blah, blah, blah.
So, yeah. So I explained to them that, our live is really, we try to make it truly a community-based thing where people can come in and they can have conversations like this.
Yeah.
And the reason why this is so important, the reason why I wanted to address it now is because of what Troy did. So in our last live, he said, hey, just call me. And I texted Monica his number. She reached out. He was there. And so even though we're many states apart, she was able to just call him. He gave her some good recommendations. And, she was able to do what she had to do. And so I wanted to say thank you for Troy.
Yes.
And hopefully these are the types of connections that everybody's making in here so that whatever you're dealing with, whatever animals or plants or just like that connection we saw earlier with Gardening with Goody, subscribing to Slava over at
go get your foxes, Mr. Jake.
What's the Slava's channel is the
Kitchen Garden Therapy.
Yeah, there you go. Kitchen Garden Therapy. But,
Trouble's here.
But yeah, I mean, that's
I say that
that's important. That's important for us to be able to make those connections.
Yeah.
Which is why we love doing the MIG Grow Off this year, was because we had some great encouragement and just fellowship, if you will.
It was awesome.
Time to hang out with people. And that's a great thing too, is after our lives, a lot of people will stop the live so everybody can go do what they're doing, but we'll keep the guest on for a little bit, just chit chatting. Yeah. And I'm going to say something.
Hey,
if you haven't had a chance to check out last week's episode with Broke Farmer,
so fun,
very funny. He's a very funny guy. And after the show was over, it was Monica and Broke time. Them two, I just sat here like this. I couldn't get a word in edgewise. Them two were just going after it, and
we were having a good time. Good conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
Good conversation.
And that's what it's about.
Yep. Okay, have a baby horse. Oh wait, I can see Eric saying no to that one too. Oh, he would never let me have a baby horse. No way. So anyway, yes, thank you so much. There's a chance I'll be Western Arkansas early May. Well, that's pretty cool. Western Arkansas was not that far from us, unless you're in Northwestern Arkansas. How about going to Southwestern Arkansas? That's really close to us. Anyway, hey, you know what? We're waiting for our guest now. Our guest is here. He's waiting. He's been waiting for you.
That's true. But I told him the second hour, so we can't bring him on until the second hour.
Second hour is already here.
Well, we got to go by our timer.
What's our timer?
It's up there.
No, you started late.
Oh, well, I guess we should bring him on then.
Yeah. Here's our guest.
That's it.
You got to put him up on our screen.
That's it. That's how
That's
you
it.
using
Yeah.
it?
This is Rich from the Old Swedes. Oh, yay.
Hey, Rich, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. I just need to let you know I'm trying to not have the glare in my glasses, but that email I got the other day really set the tone for what you think of me. Rich, come on, and make sure the lighting's good, make sure your camera's good. Oh, and by the way, it's a family-friendly program. So
He just started adding that in the emails. I didn't understand it either.
I figured that came from the Big M. So
That did not come from me.
Wow.
I will be on my best behavior.
That was not for me.
Oh.
That was from Eric. That was not for me.
Biggie, I'm gonna be on my best behavior tonight. I will not.
If you ever get an email from me, it's signed off with Monica or M. Eric likes to leave things out there so that he thinks that people can think it's either one of us. I'm gonna tell you it's me.
Well, I will be PG-13 tonight. So
well, I was going to say make it Disney style, but I think that might be a little questionable here.
Disney style is very questionable lately.
Yeah. No, but Rich did reply back. He's like, I did have kids. I was like, okay, well, I didn't really mean it like that. But
I've got a grandchild, so if he were watching right now, I will keep it respectable. So don't worry. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh.
No, all good. What is that? Somebody said I'm scared. Who was that right there?
Jennifer said I'm scared now.
Yeah.
Did you see Carmen said Rich reminds me of a very rich man or a wealthy man? Rich remind me of a wealthy man. Of a very wealthy man.
Wow. Okay. Well, rich in name only. Well, hopefully. I just want to let Leanne know. Leanne, where are we?
I have control of the flashcards tonight.
She is always throwing flashcards up there. So I just needed to let her know I'm in charge tonight. So
that is hilarious. I love it. Look, even Carmen said no Disney. No, it's not safe anymore.
Please.
Hey, Brenda Baker from Redbird Farm. How are you?
So, geez, I lost track of the question.
Jackie said she's leaving if we're keeping it PG.
Eric, this has got to be Monica's worst nightmare. The two of us on here, I call her out on cutting you off constantly. And now as a guest, she can't cut me off. So I can sit and ask questions of you all night. And
You've been waiting to hear me talk all these weeks, huh?
Hey, Matt Acre Farm, how are you? See, if you know me well enough, I don't really care who's the guest. I'll still cut you and him off. It's totally fine.
And Monica, I've learned that's your thing right there. Someone's getting a little bit too much airtime. Oh, hey, Alicia. Hey, how are you doing? Welcome. Hey, Yogi Hollow Farm. I heard you made it a pig today. Thanks. I see how you jump in. So
I got to do what I got to do.
I
got a lot of kids. There's a lot of conversations going on in this house.
Look, she's already posting up over here. The more you're talking, she's like edging over towards and cutting me off of the keyboard.
Oh my gosh.
Back off.
I was sitting here way before he got here. Don't even try.
No, your arm is coming up like last week when you fell down.
Well, I will follow the rules tonight. This is my first time being a guest on a live. So
you're going to make this awkward for him. His first last guest on a live. And now.
There you go. Well, no, I don't know if I can say it's your first, maybe your first guest, but I do recall seeing you on Yogi Hollow.
I've been on Yogi. Well, Lisa will let anybody on if I get on. So,
Well, is that what she was texting me that one day to say, "Hey, Rich is the one. I need you to come cushion the blow"?
Maybe. No, she was trying to push him out or something.
Oh, Rich is the one. Hurry up!
Sorry, Rich. We're gonna have to get Eric up here.
We only got 30 minutes tonight, Rich.
But I'll say when you were on, I was a little concerned because I saw you with a wig and a dress on, I believe, if I remember correctly.
No. I someone hijacked my signal that night. That was the night Lisa had. It looked like an entire pot farm behind her. The colored lights and the tie-dyed shirt. So I don't know. Sebastian Sunbeam, the roadie for Humble Pie, jumped in. So it was pretty wild.
So we were saying something earlier about I don't remember what it was now, but I do have to ask you, the email, is that your email or did you hack that email?
Which one? Old Swedes Farm?
Yeah, well,
It's a woman's name.
It comes up as Holly or something like that.
Well, Holly's my wife, so she registered the thing. All of a sudden, I start corresponding, and yeah, I'm Miss Holly. So if you get an email from Holly, it's really me. So.
Well, yeah, I figured that when I'm like, Holly. Who do I know as a Holly? And then I saw it signed as Rich, and I'm like, okay, we'll have to figure that one out later.
I usually do sign it. Holly hates being on camera. It's just not her gig. She'd rather film the darn stuff. And I've had her on camera a few times. Finally, she's like, can I just not do this? I'm like, yes, just do whatever you want to do.
Well, it's nice that you at least sign your emails, Rich. That's a nice thing. I mean, at least you're not like Eric, who plays the skies and is like, yeah, I just sent it. Who knows if it's for me or you, right?
It surprised me. I thought it was Monica, so I take that back.
It was not me.
You
know the one for me because it sent you the StreamYard link. That's about all the energy I can muster up during the weekdays is to create the StreamYard, make the profile picture because I got to make it look good, and then attach that and do what I need to do. And then I shoot that StreamYard out as fast as I can, usually Wednesday morning. And then
the pictures, those are, well, I was just on a seed exchange with the Celtic the Celtic couple out in I'm sorry, I forgot their name.
Celtic Roots.
Celtic Roots, yeah.
Yep, Celtic Roots. And they put a picture on when they were showing our seed exchange. And of course, they put a picture that they found of me and my daughter. So it looks like I've got some child bride. So I had to retract that. I'm like, no, this is my 5-year-old daughter. This is not my wife, by the way.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I don't know.
It
could get me convicted, I think. So
I don't know if you saw the comment I had just on the screen a minute ago, but about Holly has not been seen yet. I will say I have seen Holly in the video that you did about the spring prepping of your garden or something.
Yeah.
I know you were I know you were kind of mocking the idea of spring planting, but I did think it was kind of comical.
Well, you guys don't have a concept of winter. I think there was a conversation earlier about winter planting. Guys, come on. Winter planting is 3 feet of snow. The only Yogi Hollow and I, and Alicia, there's a few of us who can commiserate. Otherwise, you guys, belly aching that it gets to 40. Come on. We're just loving life here. It gets to 40.
There's no doubt when it comes to temperature, Monica is probably the biggest baby in the world. Now, being from the Northeast, we refer to it as winter just so that people in our area understand what we're talking about. But no, it's definitely not cold down here.
I'm pretty sure he said it was cold here at least twice during this winter.
Well, when it dipped down to single digits.
Yeah. It got cold. I mean, look, coming from Maryland, we definitely have a concept of cold. However, it gets cold enough here. Cold enough that I'm not going outside. I'll just hunker down until March. So
yeah, and this is what I don't understand, Rich. This is why I'm trying to figure out why I can't get me a nice hot dinner around this joint, because when it's cold, Monica pretty much doesn't move. Okay, she just hibernates.
Yeah.
And that's when Holly starts making hot dish. Now that's a Minnesota term, but I don't know if what you guys all call it, but she's making hot dish. She's making a nice warm soup, something even Leanne would be proud of. So it's that time. That's when you start cooking, Monica. When it gets cold.
I can cook when it's cold. He doesn't like soup. He doesn't like casseroles. So I'm very limited on the things that he likes.
There's only 12 months that are good for barbecue. So,
well, I do make barbecue all the time. I will always do barbecue. We eat nachos and Mexican food pretty much year round as well. Yeah, I'll make some crock pot dishes. I do those things, but
there you go. All right.
I just don't like to go outside of the house. When he says I won't move, I do move from room to room. I'm not outside in the garage. I'm not outside with the animals as much.
Let's just go ahead and just nip it in the bud and say you don't go outside.
I really don't go outside.
There you go.
You know what? Maybe what we should do up here, maybe I'm going to start. I'll talk to Holly when she gets home later. And maybe what we do is have a winter boot camp up here.
No, I'm good.
Come and spend time with Rich and Holly. We'll film the thing. It'll be a reality show. And then you'll go home and you'll go, you know what? This isn't so bad.
Yeah.
30 is tropical.
I don't, the thing that I've learned, with the work that I do, I don't work outside all the time, but especially when we were back in Maryland, I had a lot more responsibilities that was outside, and I worked right on the harbor. So it was very windy. And I saw Danny was trying to throw shade, saying that Maryland is barely the Northeast, which is
mid-Atlantic, isn't it? I mean, let's be technical.
The thing is that we understand what it means to be colder. I don't understand the climate like where you are, obviously, up in Boston, Maine, Alaska, the Dakotas. I've never been like that far north for extended periods of time, but it's what I found is when I was outside working, if you are dressed appropriately, you will be fine.
You're good.
Yeah.
And you, in Minnesota, it's so cold for so long. You've got to get outside. You just will have a fire outside. You just put on those layers and you go have a fire. You go pretend you're gardening out there. You go out and putts with the chickens. Whatever. You got to get outside. Or you go crazy.
Yeah. Well, if you go back and look at our videos, I do go outdoors. I don't like it. It's not my favorite, but I do bundle up and go out there. I do have to take care of animals. There are lots of animals that I have to take care of too. I have to help the kids. I don't make the kids do all the work for me in the winter, but I don't like it. I have to go out places. I have to do things, but I don't enjoy it.
Yeah, Alicia, snot sickles. Yeah. No, Monica, I mean, if the camera's on, I know you'll go outside. So
usually I'm behind the camera recording Eric doing outside things, shivering, trying to get inside.
Don't let her fool you. Because if you look at the cold videos, you'll notice I'm looking down at the camera, and that's because it's one of the little kids recording me.
Because I'm probably overdoing other things. Get out of town. No,
when Monica's filming, because the shadows. If you film with the sun behind you, you can see the shadows, and she's constantly pointing where you need to go. And
that's right.
You're only as good as your director.
Well, look, I mean, this is the woman, as I have explained. I have a chicken egg allergy, and at one point I had a job where I was traveling out to Arizona and Colorado. And do you know that I would be in a restaurant? She's like, where are you? And I say, I'm at a restaurant. What are you eating? And I would tell her, steak, salad. She's like, did you ask them if they have eggs in any of that stuff? And I'm like, what? Do you think that I don't know how to eat properly without eating eggs? Like, she had to make sure that I was communicating. Well, you should still let them know. Like, no, I don't need to let them know. I'm getting a steak. They don't put eggs on steaks.
They can.
And
I love it.
See?
Rich, you're not helping me right now. This is time for you and I to be digging on Monica over here.
You know, I'm a meat and potatoes guy, so don't, I do love my eggs, but we were just down in Oklahoma to see my son. He's down at he's over in Korea now for 9 months, but we were down there before he left. I went out for lunch and had a burger, and they had on the burger, it was a breakfast burger, so the egg and the whole thing, they put hash browns on it. A whole new world opened up to me. I didn't realize you could put hash browns, and these were real crusted hash browns, not the little patty that you buy. It's frozen, and a whole new world opened to me. So I'm with you.
Okay. Yeah. The other day I was at lunch with one of our boys, the one that had the arm surgery, and he got a hamburger. He had tots that came with it, tater tots. And he put those on top of the burger, and he looked over at me as he put them on, just grinning like a possum, man. He was, he's like, oh yeah.
That's testosterone starting to flow right there. On the burger. It is. The boy's becoming a man. I mean, let's admit it.
There you go. Well, if I start seeing that stubble popping out of this 10-year-old kid, we got some problems. Yeah. Maybe that's what happened to me. I had too many tater tots when I moved to Texas.
Oh, wait. Are you saying you didn't have a beard hair or anything before you moved to Texas?
Not like this.
Yeah. Texas did it.
Okay. That's great.
Well, there was conversation that Maryland was not the Northeast, but I would just like to point out that here in Texas, if you lived anywhere besides Texas, it's basically the North.
Yeah, what they
And
say
so
is
Maryland for Texans is Northeast for sure.
anything
Northeast.
that is north of the Red River
Is the North.
is the North.
There's Texas and there's other, right?
Yeah, either you're a Texan or you're a Yankee.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Or you're from California.
When are you guys seceding? I mean, is that still on the ballot?
No. I mean, I don't know. This
See, look, Nathan and Carmen.
facts,
right there.
Yeah. I don't even know how to really describe it, man. We've been here for 8 years, and
Mid-Atlantic.
There you go, bar run.
Yeah, Mid-Atlantic.
I mean, the amount of people that have moved here within 8 years has been absurd.
Yeah.
Dallas is when I first moved down here, being up in Maryland, I was familiar with the traffic, the DC traffic. And the thing was that at that time in 2014, they said that the top two most trafficky areas was DC and second was Dallas.
Wow.
And
having driven in both, you agree?
Well, Dallas has gotten, it's so bad. Now, the good thing about Dallas is they have like 4,000 lanes, but it's still, it's just absurd. I don't know where all these people are going.
They're going to Houston and Austin from Dallas. They all live in the same area. They just drive up and down all the time.
These are the daily workers.
Oh, the daily people?
Yeah, these aren't like long-term travelers here.
You don't know. Look, you got Ann traveling up and down.
Ann who?
From Little Frenchie.
Oh, that's true.
See?
That's
you got
true.
people commuting.
Okay. So, Rich, for those who don't know who you are, maybe give us like a little overview, where you live, what kind of farm you have, things like that.
And you were talking earlier about hobby farm versus homesteader. I'm still trying to figure that out, what I've got. We've got a little over 3 acres here. We're southwest of Minneapolis. We are truly in the frozen tundra of the north here. There is still a little bit of snow on the ground. So southwest of Minneapolis, little 3+ acre homestead that Holly and I bought, 2.5 years ago. So we've been working to get everything in gear. I've always wanted to kind of be out away from the city. I grew up in first few years of my life in Minneapolis, then out into the suburbs. So I grew up, and I'm a suburban boy through and through. I'm an 80s suburban child and loved it, enjoyed it. There's a lot going on where you could drive down the block and see you had everything at your fingertips. Then it's like, things are changing. Maybe it's me getting older, but things are changing. And a few years ago, Minneapolis really changed with some of the stuff that was going on there. And I'm like, I've always wanted to get out and have a huge garden and kind of get away. And we found the perfect little homestead out here and cute little house. And there's just 2 of us. So great little house, some woods, a big area for a garden. We're developing the garden and just been loving it. Just been adding, we had a whole list, and I'm going to do a little video about, kind of pulling your homestead together and setting goals. The first winter, we moved in November, and the first winter, we had all these things we wanted to do. And you come into something and you go, oh, we're going to do this and this and this and this. And you get all excited. And finally, I'm like, we just started putting sticky notes on the fridge. And then after a while, we started writing, what's that going to cost? And then we put it into columns of what do we need and what do we want? And then it became, well, the pigs can wait. Well, this can wait. We need a riding mower first. We need we need to garden. We would love chickens. So we got chickens. That was our the proverbial joke with us. We got the stimulus check, and turn that into a chicken coop. So the joke is, we get our money for nothing and our chicks for free. So, and we haven't looked back for chickens in 2 years, and we have learned a lot. And that's kind of what the channel became about. It's like all these little mistakes we made. Let's pass those on so everybody else doesn't make those mistakes, especially with chickens. Oh my God. I mean, they're easy, but there's a lot of little nuances to chickens. Earlier, that person with the white chicken, separate that darn thing. Get it away so it's not getting picked on. There's always someone low on the totem pole in the pecking order. Move it away for a couple of days, then reintroduce it during the day and let it reintroduce itself.
So it has a buddy. She was saying it has a buddy. It was funny because I was telling her, I said, well, I actually have a guy we're going to talk to tonight who's like got a ton of chickens, and he's probably much more knowledgeable about chickens and their like temperaments than I am, because we've had chickens before in smaller flocks, but we also have a large flock that just free range together. And when I introduce them, I basically, if I'm getting bigger chickens or I'm introducing juveniles, I just like throw them in there and shut the door at nighttime. And I'm like, good luck. And then I wake up in the morning and everybody's good. And like, that's the story of my life. It's like with kids too. I'm like, good luck, go with the group. But I mean, that's
what's happening when I'm at work.
That's what's happening when you're at work. But it's
basically
it's a white one and like a little, like a more like, it looks like a, she's like a tannish red. She looks very much like,
well, I said it was like a black, I forget.
So she has one that looks like a black Australorp, and she's hanging out with the other reds. And there's one red one that looks like a buff Orpington, maybe like that reddish tannish color. Her and that white one are like BFFs, and they came together. And so she's had them separate, and then she started to let them go together. It's like 4 and then 2, and everybody picks on the one white one until they separate. And then the other 2, the white one and her posse, her little one friend, are fine. But when she lets them out the free range, they peck at her. So
and usually there's some that are very submissive. I mean, we had 10 buff Orpingtons, got rid of 9 of them to people who wanted to have chicks raised.
Yeah.
So we've got one, but she's very submissive. She's bigger than everybody else, but she'll still kind of just bow. And if they want to peck on her, they will. And there's another one that's very much larger, and she'll do the same thing. It's just certain breeds have temperaments to just kind of let them peck on them.
Yeah. Well, she said the white one's the only one that gets pecked on. And she she said she's like the mouthiest one of all of them. And so she makes the most noise, and she's always like, squawking at everybody else. And so I guess she's maybe saying some bad things. And when they get free during the day, they all attack her. Maybe she watch her mouth a little bit. I think that's what needs to be happening.
And it changes. I mean, if you've got a large enough flock, there's several subgroups within the flock. It's not just like the low gal on the totem pole. It is several different groups, and they go their way at night. Someone said to cage them. That's a great idea at night. Especially cage them and let them be in the same area. During the day, I kind of just would separate them, and it's easy for us. We've got 2 coops, 2 very separate coops, so we can do that.
Sure.
It's hard to babysit them all the time.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, there's only 8 of them. So there's like, I think there's 8, or no, there's 6 of them. So there's 6. So there's 4 of them that are kind of chill and they're happy together. And then you have the 2. And what happened was they didn't have any chickens. They had a friend that was leaving town. They were moving or whatever. And they said, look, we're not able to keep these chickens. We can give you these 2 chickens and give you some of the coop, and gave her a coop and everything. And that was the white one and that like buff mix. And they were like best friends and great. And then they got 4 more that are basically the same size, juveniles, but the 4 don't like the one white one, which is super weird. And I've seen it happen in our big flocks, but we have bigger flocks. And like you said, they have subsets. And so all of ours go in the same place at night. But when they leave in the morning, they split off, because I've got like 4 roosters right now. And, one rooster has like 5 girls. The other, like the king rooster, has like 10. And then I have a couple stray roosters that take 1 or 2 girls every now and then, and they hang out with them. So, I mean, my flock is so big that I'm like, I don't remember what to do when it's such a small group.
It's all, I don't either. Since we started basically a large group. I mean, our smallest we ever had was 20. So I looked in on the barn the other night, and we've got 2 big roosts separate. So there's, 30 on one, and and another 15 or 20 on the other. There's 3 on the shelf, and then there's 2 girls sitting on the table in the middle of the barn. And that could be the same as these 2. They just want to get away. So
well, hopefully it'll work out. I told her, I said, it's not even been a week yet. Just give it a little more time. But she does keep them apart during the day when they're not free ranging, but they also don't have a full yarded, like a fenced in yard. So when they are free ranging, my sister-in-law has to sit with them and watch them. And they don't have a lot of tree coverage because they have hawks that she's seen. She's like, I can't let them just free range on their own. I have to be observant and be really watching them. So she said that's the worst part because she sees them doing all the pecking.
Get some chicken wire and make 2 big circles under a tree so they're protected from aerial observation, but have two separate chicken wire rings that could be 30 feet around, and have them butt up against each other. So 2 can be in one and the other 4 can be in the other. They can still be close to each other. The 4 can't pick on the other. And they've got some protection. She doesn't have to be out there all day.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And let them be out there. That's what we've done. We've just when we had the juveniles last year, let them be in a big chicken wire area. The adults walked all the way around. They got to see each other and get used to each other. And I don't know, each flock's different. So your mileage may vary.
There you go. And that's what I told her. I said, everything's different, but give it some time. It's not been that long yet.
Yeah.
We'll see.
They're resilient.
Yeah. Oh, Daz is here. What's up?
Oh, Daz is in the house.
He said we can start now.
The party has begun.
Yeah.
Start from scratch.
Start from the
kombucha, snot, poop. I don't know. Everything else we're good. We covered everything.
Snotsicles,
weather.
Is it true that Daz used to play bass for the band In Excess? I'm still trying to figure that out.
I don't know about that one.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So what do you? So all these chickens that you have, what do you do with all them eggs?
You know what? Those girls cannot lay eggs fast enough. Holly, I work from home. The COVID adventure was the best thing that ever happened for me for business. I always wanted to work from home, and for me to get to work, it's 45 minutes. So all of a sudden COVID hit, and hey, Rich, you're working from home. Great. Thank you. And I've worked from home ever since. Holly still drives into town 4 out of 5 days and works in there. People at her work will scoop up eggs as quick as the girls can lay them.
Nice.
And it's great. You know, we want to, and we've got a waiting list out here even. People want them as quick as they can lay them. And that's where I'm out there. You know, come on, girls. I know it's winter, but let's keep it going here. Come on.
What are you selling your eggs for?
$4 a dozen.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think we could get more, but I don't know. Part of it is, you know what? People love fresh eggs, and I know the people that are getting them really dig these eggs. And our eggs, because of the breeds we've got, I looked at some eggs at the store just to see what a large egg was. Because I was thinking, oh, I'm kind of shorting this guy. You know, I'm putting the dozens together. If I've got a large in there, it's rare. Most of them are XLs or double XLs. We got some big eggs coming at people. And for $4 a dozen, I don't feel bad. So
no, don't. I think they're almost $3. I think actually I was on Walmart placing a Walmart order because I don't go inside of Walmart unless I have to. And so I was placing my pickup order and I was perusing some different pricing on different things, not stuff that I was buying. But the eggs were like $3 and I want to say like 28 cents. It's like $3.30 or something like that for a dozen eggs. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. For
store-bought eggs? Like they're normally like $1.99 or something. I mean, it was a more than $1 increase, and I was really surprised. But I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Eggs have bumped up, and I don't know what. I mean, you did a nice video on this whole bird flu going around, and I put one out today referencing yours even. So, but there's I don't know if that's going to drive up the cost of eggs in the short term, whether they're destroying bird laying eggs or not. Does the hype just drive the price up? But
probably
it's interesting.
$3.50 for organic farm. I can't read it. Farm free range eggs, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Wow.
And ours are true. I mean, during the winter, obviously our girls can't free range, but I mean, even right now, they're out through the woods. We've got over an acre of woods, and I've been here. This will be our third summer. I have yet to have a wood tick. Darn, those girls aren't effective at free ranging. So
yeah, we don't find ticks around here hardly at all.
So yeah, our
huge blessing.
Our insect. The reason why we got chickens first thing was because we had scorpions when we moved in.
We were finding scorpions like every day, if not twice a day.
Yeah, you got them up there, Rich?
Huh? No, that is one thing. We don't get hurricanes and scorpions, so thank you.
Hey, you're not missing anything, trust me.
Well, scorpions, giant wolf spiders, like we had those in Maryland too, but not like here. I mean, like these things are massive. They're like the size of your hand, and they're carrying all their babies on their backs.
They're not that big.
They are. I have a picture of the one.
But I did want to bring up the video. I've been extremely busy at work, but I was very interested to see yours because Monica may not have seen this, but Rich had commented that when we put ours out,
he was going to do a video on it.
Well, we were on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so I find that it's interesting, and we're not big on conspiracy theories or.
Speak for yourself, but anyway.
Okay, so I was trying to keep it cool.
You're trying to keep it so I wasn't like the weird one.
Yeah, she's definitely the weird one. No, but I am very analytical. I'll put it that way. And when you step back and look at just kind of how everything's playing out, just a couple months ago there was a huge shortage of meat, and the meat prices were through the roof. And so we kept telling people, find your local breeders, find local farmers, people who are willing to sell to you straight from their farm instead of having to go somewhere else, And so, the other day I was talking to her because we're trying to find like encouraging messages to put out there for people to continue to push forward. Don't be scared. And then she told me about this bird flu thing. And I'm like, wait a minute. How did this I don't know. It just seems a little ironic that everything is happening.
I put my video out, and as I was reviewing my film, I thought, oh no, I used the C word in the video. I thought, oh, is YouTube going to come down on me? And they put it through. I was able to use the C word, but you know what? Go out and put H5N1 in YouTube, and you will get all your local TV stations. I mean, supposedly, officially, it's not even in Minnesota yet, but there were 3 television spots about it, and it is so hyperbolic. It is so over the top. Millions of birds being killed. It's so sensationalized. That's what made me do the filming. And then you guys put one out at the same time. It is that whole don't believe the hype, guys. I liked your partnering, work with others locally. I love that angle. I just wanted to put some sense to the whole thing. And it's not can it happen to anybody? You bet. I've got sparrows that get into my barn all the time. If they've got it and they poop or they're using the same water as my girls, you know what? We'll get it. There's nothing you can do other than keep the place clean, but don't buy into all the hype that's going on. I mean, the world's not ending for every one of your chickens.
Yeah.
Well, I think part of the scary thing is the story, and I'll see if I can say this in a nice way. Years ago, when there was a big push for, I don't know, regulation of meats and things like that. This is when Monica and I this is our first hog that we took to butcher.
Oh my gosh.
And out of the blue, I had a county representative contact me, and they were grilling me up and down, like, where did you get the pig from? How did the pig get pregnant? Is it a male or female?
Pregnant.
Wait. If the official asked if it's a male or female and how did it get pregnant, I think there's a problem right there.
Well, you could tell you could tell that they were.
It was that lady interviewing for Judge. She didn't know what they were.
You could tell.
Okay, I'm stopped.
Here's the thing: you could tell that they were going down this list of questions because I had already told them that it was a cut boy, so there is no pregnancy chance. It can't, it's anyway. But then it was asking me if they're around feral hogs and this and that and the other thing. And then at the end, they wanted to come and inspect the property where the hog came from.
Oh, geez.
And I told him, I said, no, absolutely not. If you would like to look at the property, you can either look from the street or you can use the Google images that everybody else looks at, because I already know you've looked at them.
Yeah.
And, the person was like, well, we can tell that you hate the government. And I was like, no, I'm going to stop you right there. This doesn't have anything about hating the government. This has everything to do with a right to privacy. You have no reason to ask me these questions. And on top of that, you're asking to come and inspect my property. How would you feel if somebody just called you out of the blue to do that? And the thing was that was right on the heels at that time frame where you're reading on, Facebook or, just on the web somewhere, where people who have small farms have, 20, 30 chickens, where the government is basically coming in, scooping them up, taking them off the property because they test positive for bird flu.
Yeah.
But
this was back in like 2015.
They're in the middle of
2014, 2015. Yeah.
We were here in 14, but we didn't get our hog until 15. So it was basically right after that whole bird thing again. And we were like, what in the world? But see, here's the thing though. When we dropped that pig off, I was the one that dropped it off. I was one of the people that interacted with them. Well, you were the one. I'm not. But when I interacted with the people, there was some conversation had. And, I'm going to chat with people because I like talking to people. And I think I rubbed the guy the wrong way that was there. And he didn't just we weren't having a bad conversation, but it was about religion and they disagreed with me. And I was like, no problem. Everybody does whatever they believe is you're fine. And we just real good conversation. And needless to say, we got a phone call 2 days later that our hog was randomly chosen for the phone call. And I was like, ain't no way we were random, dude. This guy didn't like something that I had to say or I rubbed him the wrong way. And it was just one of those things. And I told Eric, I was like, this is not a random choose. There was nothing wrong with our pig. He was healthy. He was fine. It was completely random. No, it was picked. He picked me because he didn't like to deal with me. I was like, whatever, that's fine. Yep. And so I'm still the one that takes the hogs in now.
And you passed and you're good. So
we were good.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing.
Eric told him don't call back anymore.
The thing is, if it's legitimate and it's what the law states that they're supposed to do, that's fine. But you explain that up front, especially if you're a first time customer. You don't just turn the government loose, so to speak, or whatever agency is contacting you, and just drop it. And that's what I told them too. Is you can't expect me to expect anything less with the way that you handled yourself by coming to me the way you did. And it was even, the voicemail that they first left was not like, there was nothing about it that made me want to call them back. But anyway, I tell that story because when you see things like that or hear stories like that, it's always, I don't know, for me, I never buy into it. I just kind of sit back and I listen and I watch. But when that happened to me firsthand, I was like, wait a minute. So are these stories true that that they are taking chickens and
they're going to come scoop up our flock?
Yeah. I mean, it's a scary thing.
And it can happen. I mean, Alicia put a quote there earlier that a bunch within a few miles of her had that and they destroyed them. I mean, it can happen anywhere. Yeah. I think as individual owners of chickens, we just got to really do a bunch of cleaning, be safe. If you're bringing, we're going to bring some chicks in about a month. They're going to be quarantined from my rest of my flock for months till they get up to size so they can, integrate, as a group. But also at the same time, if they've got it, they're going to die on their own and not going to infect the rest of the group. But can I keep all this, it's mostly, it seems like migratory birds. And what I was looking at, it is geese and ducks they've been partying down near the Caribbean. Now they're heading back up north and they're spreading it all over.
Yeah.
Is that going to affect my group? Possibly, if they interact with some sparrows and other stuff that interacts with my team. There's nothing you can do other than keep it clean and really watch your flock. If you get one that's sick, move it quickly. Other than that, like you said, maybe my flock does get infected. but I've got a friend a couple miles away with some other chickens. We partner with them. That was a great video just on how to solidify those bonds of the other farmers or other homesteaders in your area. I thought that was just great. So
Yeah. I guess it's one of those things that we realize that if we hadn't have made those connections in our past and in our span of homesteading in general, we would have not had some of the animals or being able to do some of the things we've done now. I mean, if we hadn't made those friendships and made those connections, we would be without so many things and we would have not tried so many things. I mean, the first 5 chickens I got, they stayed at my dad's house for 2 years before we even moved here. So we had chickens in Maryland. We had a garden in Maryland, but it wasn't because we had the space. It was because we had family.
Yep.
And people that we made connections with. Because if we didn't use what our family had been able to give us to use, that space, we wouldn't have any of that stuff. And I'm just super glad that we weren't afraid to ask, because I think so many people are afraid to ask, even their own family. I mean, that's what made me really excited about seeing Jason from Gardening with Goody. When he knows he lives in 1 acre, he lives in a community in the suburbs. He is definitely not raising livestock there. He can't get chickens. They have all these lockdowns with their HOA. So he went and worked with his brother-in-law and teamed up. And now he's got 3 pigs he's raising for meat. And I'm like, dude, that's awesome. And he's got chickens now with them. So I'm like, how awesome is that? That now you have meat that you're raising on your own, in your own way, because you opened your mouth and you weren't afraid to say, hey man, we got to do something. Let's raise some food together.
And it goes even beyond that. Maybe you're not even sharing livestock and stuff like that, but just solidifying those relationships around you. Our neighbor who watches the chickens when we go on vacation, darn it, if she's not getting a bunch of eggs. Our neighbor who farms around us on 3 sides, he's getting eggs. The guy who delivers gas to us, he's getting eggs. Anything we've got left over goes to all the neighbors and friends around the area, because I'm going to need a favor from them every now and then. And the community, sometimes the sense of community gets lost these days. And I think you need to continue to build that up. It'll come back up.
Eric says he's not a conspiracy theorist, and maybe I am a little bit, but I can't help but think in my mind somewhere that, with all the things that happened in the past few years, the past 2 years specifically, all of a sudden the sense of community that was trying to already be broken apart was really completely crushed. You don't hug people. You don't get near people. You keep your distance. Don't be doing nothing near anybody. So here we have this country that was so grounded on community. Then you deal with a government that you see starting to separate this. And now even more so with this disease that comes out. And now we're completely separated. We don't talk to people. If you do talk to people, you can't hear people, and you can't read, because Eric has a hard time hearing people through a mask. If you can't read their lips, he struggles. And I'm not picking on you, by the way, just so you know. But that's a thing. And with that though, there's such a disconnect. And with Facebook and social media, you don't have to connect to people. And I think that's one of the things that it's very convenient now that people are so disconnected that now it's not even a thought on so many people's minds to do community gardens, to do the community, just doing those things as a community. And because we're so far from that mindset, I'm hoping that I see now the pendulum start to swing back. And now people are starting to do victory gardens and going that route. I've heard so many people saying they're growing this year. And I'm like, dude, I think what the great big government might have tried to break is hopefully, Lord willing, coming back with a fury like they have never seen.
And we are in total small town America. We, being a suburban boy coming out here, and we moved in right before the pandemic hit. So we didn't get a chance to really see. All of a sudden, everything got shut down in Minnesota. And then right at the heart of the pandemic, they opened things up a little bit so you could go to restaurants or go out to a bar or something here in Minnesota. We went out, had the masks on, we're walking in, and no one's got them on. And I'm like, mine's off. All right. Nope. And I mean, you are elbow to elbow. And what was funny was our 3 counties that come together right here, our COVID rate was so much less than in the heart of Minneapolis, St. Paul, where they were wearing masks constantly and all that whole thing. But we could still go out for dinner, go out, grab a beverage on a Friday night, and rub elbows, and maybe we were lucky. You never know, but we didn't get into that. I do feel that sense of community out here. I really do, and I like some of the comments scrolling by there. The community garden, people helping a food bank or something with eggs, and that's awesome. That's what we need more of. So
yeah, and that's why we keep driving to do this. For this very reason, and to highlight people such as yourself. And I don't know, we just have a good time with it. But we found that even if you can't get out and meet people, you can still meet people through events like this.
And the whole YouTube thing, I put something out, I don't know when, if you had told me you could, make friends and kind of really bond with people on the internet, I was a little skeptical. You know what? There is a whole group out here that is a bunch of solid citizens who are doing the right thing, who are, helping their family, helping their community. It's interesting how you meet people like you and a whole bunch of other people who have the same vision. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's definitely been really a changing experience. I never would have thought we could have made friends, like actual friends on YouTube. Yep. And it's so funny because if I have questions about mainly anything, I feel like I can find a YouTuber that I'm close enough with that I could actually, apparently Eric wants to wait till I hit 6,000 subscribers before he invites me on.
Ooh. You get too many flashcards. You get too many flashcards, Leanne. Yeah, well, by the way, by the way, flashcard, Leanne.
I think he mentioned 10K. He was like, "I'm having
subscribe to my channel. I'll send you some eggs."
You better watch what you say. People saying something. But see, that's the thing too. Like, I knew that when my sister-in-law texted me today, I was like, "Dude, Rich has got a bunch of chickens. I wonder if he's ever had a small enough flock that he would know this." So I literally texted her back and I was like, "Look, this is what I would do, but I'm going to ask the guy tonight that we're going to talk to. And if he doesn't know, then I can try to think of other people, but I'll put it out there." Because if you hadn't have been on tonight, I probably would have emailed you and said, "Hey, I have a question for you. Can I call you real quick? Because I got to ask some things."
Yep.
Because all these words don't come out well in email. So.
You know what? When I was getting my channel going, and I think it was April last year when I started my channel, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. As far as filming the channel, I had a vision of kind of what I wanted to do, and it kind of started really taking off right around Christmas time, I think, somewhere in there. But I've got some good experience. Holly's got some good experience, especially with chickens. I've got a lot of gardening experience through my dad and decades of gardening. But if anybody has questions, I'd love to help them. We've made a bunch of mistakes. I'd love to help them. People have helped me get the channel going, get my thing going, help me with the garden. We're going to put in an orchard this year. People have been giving us so many ideas. If people have ideas, my email's on the info or the about part. Send me a note. We'd love to help you. That's the fun of this whole YouTube thing and the community is all the stuff, all the love and help we've gotten. Now it's our chance to throw it right back. So,
yeah.
Well, here you go, Rich.
Here's a question.
First question for you. Go. You can take it.
Jennifer says, yeah.
Jennifer, that's an awesome question. It all depends on what you want. We've gotten a bunch of different breeds. If you want layers, I love our the Plymouth Rocks, the barred Plymouth Rock, bar none. They are friendly. They're lap chickens. They range well. They lay good. If you want ones that are going to be mothers, then get your buff Orpingtons. They weren't what I wanted, so we get rid of 9 of them. To other people who can use them, but send me a note with what you want. I've got a lot of ideas. They might not be right ideas, but I've got a lot of ideas. So
yeah, buff are great for being mamas, that's for sure. I've got a few. I've got a chocolate Orpington. I've got a buff Orpington. I've got a few like chocolate mix Orpingtons. So I've got probably about 4 or 5 Orpingtons.
Gorgeous girls.
The biggest, fluffiest butts, and they're the cutest things. And they are like relentless mamas, like relentless broody mamas. So every year we find, even right now, I've got a Orpington and another mix girl out there because I have just a bunch of barnyard mixes. I don't care what they are. And they're out there hatching a clutch together in a barrel in my rabbitry.
real quick.
together.
I think she's asking more because I think she's already got the chickens.
Oh.
I think she's asking like what material to get.
Oh, so what to get? Like, what do I need for them?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
you know
what
what?
she said.
Send me an email, man. I've got so many ideas on. We've set up 2 different coops. One a separate coop on its own, and then one out in a pole barn. We've never lost one in a coop. We have got bulletproof stuff. So as far as infrastructure, I got ideas. As far as send me a note. You know, and yep, Alicia, you're right on. What geographical area are you? That depends on the chicken. There's a lot of things that go into it, but love to help you.
It's oldswedesfarm@gmail.com. I'm going to put that up real quick.
And the email will be coming from Holly. So FYI.
Yeah, I will respond. It'll say Holly, but it is me. So please know it's legit.
I was trying to get I tagged her. I said, here, Rich, what do you think about the breed? What is it? Liege fighter chickens. They're not fighters, just giant chickens.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. I have never heard of that breed, so I have no opinion. Yeah, Rhode Island Reds, Jesus Loving Homesteader. You know what? We've got Reds. The only thing, our girls are getting older. We're going to retire some to the stock pot. Some are going to be the Reds. They've got attitude. They will peck on the other ones. I'm not fond of the Reds as far as flock management. There's other breeds that get along better. The Reds really pick. And we're going to try some new breeds this year. We've really been trying to do research. We want egg volume and girls who are going to get along. I don't have any roosters. I've got a grandson. I've got my mom still around at 90, almost 91. I need girls who are going to want to sit on the lap and not pick on everybody.
Yeah.
So Grayson Fire's asking how old is Coco? I don't know who Coco is.
Coco's our oddball girl who is a black. I can't think of it. We're going to get 5 more of her. She's not even a year old. In April, she'll be a year old. Beautiful girl, lays just about every day. That's why we're going to get 5 more. Just a beautiful bird.
We've had a few Australorps, and we gave them to my sister, and my sister loves the Australorp. They lay very well, and they do sit every now and then, and they do go birdie, and she loves them. She was really happy. She was like, "Do you got any more of those?" I was like, "Nah, not any purebreds."
And I don't know what Lisa. I don't know what the Bressy or Bress. I don't know that. If people have other questions, shoot me a note. I'd love to help you. I mean, we've got some good experience with about 5 or 6 breeds.
The naked gardeners
chickens.
They have the naked
neck chickens. They'd be great down with naked gardeners, but
they look so cute. She has like the cutest naked neck chickens, and she got one of those little like saddles for one of her naked neck chickens, right? She did a video on it. Tori put the saddle, because she was really getting like just raw on her back. She put the saddle on her naked neck chicken, which is like her baby, right? Her favorite. This chicken had a fit. I watched the video twice because it was the funniest thing. This chicken got down off her lap and went freaking out, running all the way across. And then later, Tori was like, "Are you mad at me?" And that chicken was like, "I have an attitude. Don't come near me." That chicken was so angry at Tori, and it was so great. My boys loved that video. They thought it was funny. But her naked necks are cute.
I don't know if that bird would work up here in Minnesota. I just don't. For part of the year, it's 20 below. I don't know if that's even healthy for them.
Well, I don't think it's healthy for them down here. That's how they become rednecks.
Eric,
little sunburn.
Yeah, sunburn. Oh my word!
Nobody has any time to be going out there putting suntan lotion on the chicken head. I have a feeling they got those just because of their channel name.
Look, she said they are ugly. I bet you that was Sid that said they're ugly. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. They're like, they haven't, like, the one had a little attitude. It was so funny. And Tori was just like being all gentle and sweet with it. And then she put the saddle on it, and that thing was like, nope, I'm done with you. It was the funniest thing. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. Yeah, so if anybody wants any questions about Rich's chicken wisdom, you can email him at oldswedesfarm@gmail.com.
AKA Holly.
Yeah, I'd love that. And it'll be Holly that'll reply, but it'll be me.
It'll be Rich.
So earlier you had mentioned, and we're coming up close to our completion time. So But we were talking. You said you were trying to figure out if you were a hobby farm or not. What I was going to tell you was the video that I saw the other day with all your seed starts in the house. That's not a hobby.
Yeah,
and I think
our garden's pretty hefty. It is literally like, and that's why we're trying to put that garden fabric down. It's like weeding a football field. It's 185 by, I think, 45. Then there's another 100 by 40. It's big, and we're trying to do some CSA. We're trying to give some vegetables to people who aren't as fortunate as us. Some of that stuff. So we've got a lot to plant, and we planted 300 and 400 plants, and those are just the early starts. Then there's the stuff that will start out in the garden. And realize, because of where we are, we won't plant till Memorial Day. You guys will be harvesting by then. We're going to be just getting stuff in Memorial Day weekend to avoid frost. So
when's Memorial
there's
Day?
A lot.
May 20 or May 30th. It's like right after our anniversary.
Yeah, we got 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you're only. Yeah.
No, we'll be planting. I'll be putting my stuff in the ground the first week of April. Typically, they say don't plant until after Easter here. And sometimes Easter is in March. But I will say that we are probably safely out of our last frost date now. And so most people in the area, even like the Texas, the Dallas Gardening School, all the Texas people that I follow are putting their tomatoes in the ground this weekend if they're not already in the ground here in Northeast Texas. So most people in my zone up here in the Northeast portion of Texas are putting their tomatoes and some of their peppers and things like that in the ground now. So hopefully we'll be harvesting something in May. But a lot of mine will be in June probably. But yes, you're right. You're going to be putting yours in. But I saw your video from last year. You had a huge garden area last year. Is your garden area bigger this year?
Well, there's a huge area where we've got the garden fabric, and it's mostly single plants. Then there's a whole area that's all squash and pumpkins and other things that we'll put in. We do a lot of like pumpkins. There's a school that needs, or an older folks area that wants pumpkins for the fall, and there's a school that wants mini pumpkins and different things. So someone did ask where we were. We're southwest of Minneapolis. Grand Rapids is way up north, probably 200 miles north. That's where Holly's actually originally from. So she's from way up north, where you go up to Thunder Bay to get some Molson's there. You talk like a Canadian.
Eric is looking up at our map, and that's right in front of us. So that we talk about it every time because he always wants to look and see where people are living in relation to where we are.
Find Minneapolis and go 45 degrees southwest, a little bit towards Mankato. We're right kind of near there, little town by Mankato. So
yeah, and I was looking at Simply Jan because she's, I believe, in the Missouri area, but I think she's on the upper side, the north side. But she was saying that it's getting down to 27 tonight. And, and it is, that's definitely something that I've thought about a lot, when I look at where we've come from and where we are now, because even like the way the sun sets, everything is completely different down here in the South. And, a lot of times you look at the idea that we are planting earlier, but because one thing to take in consideration is like the August month and maybe a little bit of July and August, everything just kind of stays still. It doesn't produce, it stops. And then after August, like when you start entering into September again, it starts producing again. It's like a second wave. And so I don't know, it's up and down. I mean, we're definitely in an environment that it's beneficial sometimes, but in the summertime it is extreme to the point where things just want to die. Including farmers.
Different. I'm living through all of you guys down south that are planting, and you're outside, and I see this hint of green around, and I see nothing but brown grass and chicken poop. So it's just.
Well, that's why I'm more smiley the past week or so. I'm so excited. I was outside on Monday, and Eric is like, "Wow, you're outside you're cleaning the garage." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's great. I've got all these things done." And he's like, "Oh, I forgot you're motivated by temperatures." And I'm like, "Yes, I am.
Hey,
yes, I am.
We all are.
I've been so productive this week. It's been amazing."
We all are. 2 weekends ago, it was 60 some degrees. We had some great friends. Amy and Denny came over, and we had a fire out there. It was, and I got ahead of myself. I was like, slow down, Rich. It is March. It is 38 degrees and calm. You think this is warm. You're around a fire. Slow down. It's not May, but that temperature, you feel it, man. You're ready. You're a gardener. You want to get out there.
Yes. Yeah. I was really happy. Like even Monday, I knew we were going to get rain in the next couple of days. And I was like, we need to get all the barrels filled. We need to do all these things because it's going to be a drought over the summer. It's going to be super hot and we're going to have any water. But guess what? We're going to keep going. And the kids are like, yeah, Mom, let's do this. And it was like overcast and it was windy. I didn't care because I was in t-shirt still and I didn't have to wear a sweater. I was like living my life this week.
It's like the first day in February where it hits 40. We're out there in a t-shirt. I mean, you know there's a God again. You know the spring's coming. You're through the worst of it. It's 40 degrees. Yeah. It's the weirdest thing.
Here was my suggestion because I do like the colder weather. I said, how about I'll do everything in the winter. You do everything in the summer.
No, we have a longer summer here.
And she just basically turned around and walked away from me. So I guess that's a no.
You married a smart gal.
See?
There you go.
We have too long of a summer here. I'd be doing way too much work.
Jeez, Eric, I thought I was going to be on Monica the whole time. I thought I was going to be riding her to give you some time, and this turned out to be a good. We're up against time. I thought this was going to be conflict 101 here, but no, it turned out good.
Yeah. It was good after you all got it out of your system.
Yeah,
that was good.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, we had to get it out of your system first.
Well,
I didn't see the ticker. Did anybody come, or did I drive everybody away from viewing?
No, we got almost 30 people. It's looking good.
All right,
you did good, Rich. We're really proud of you.
Shameless plug.
Hey,
subscribe. I'll send you eggs.
Hey, if you haven't checked out Rich at his channel at the Old Swedes Farm, first of all, it's a great channel with really good content. It's a lot of stuff you can go and learn. I love his videos with his chickens. First video I ever saw was him in his chicken coop. And it was actually, I don't even think it was your real chicken coop. I think you had moved everybody inside into another chicken area that you were kind of working out of because it was really cold. And it was awesome. And I love that video. And I was like, this dude's cool. I like him. And I have to say it was, you have such good content. And if somebody hasn't checked you out, you definitely want to go check them out because you're missing out if you haven't. I love the story on how you got your name and just all of it. It was really just you have a really good channel, and I'm excited to continue to kind of do this.
The whole farm is I mean, I learned so much from my father. My dad was the original Old Swede. Watch that video. I don't know, I get a little emotional in it, but my dad is the original Old Swede. When he died, I guess I became the Old Swede, and I can't think of a day when I'm not in the garden or something, or the other day when we're cleaning the coop and the first thing I see is a cardinal. It's like, all right, Dad, you're there. All right. So
there you go.
It's all to my dad. So
it's awesome.
That's awesome. And, congratulations to you. I've been watching your channel grow and it is growing fast. I almost, just so you know, I'm going to be completely transparent. I almost unsubscribed the other day because you were sitting on 666. So I was thinking,
you know what? I was sitting the other day. I was sitting on 666, and I'm like, I called Holly. I'm like, Holly, do you have an account you can subscribe to get me off this number? All of a sudden, boom, 672. It's like 4 people felt, or 6 people felt bad for me. It's like, thank God, I don't want to be sitting on that.
Oh, look, Jackie Saylor said, I just subbed. Rich, where's my eggs? She's in Maryland.
Send me an email. Holly will send them.
That's funny. Well, look, we really appreciate you coming in
really
and visiting.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It's our pleasure. Anybody in the chat who hasn't had a chance, go over there, check Rich out, subscribe to him, watch that content if that's what you like. Now, we never do like a like for like type thing. But if it's beneficial for you to go watch,
I've been writing down all sorts of names I've seen in the chat earlier. So I really like checking out everybody's channel. There's so much knowledge out there. It's fun to check everybody out. So I'll be checking out all sorts of channels tomorrow morning. So thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
Hey, who likes
Old Swedes?
Who likes people that aren't afraid to speak their mind, even when you try to bully them?
Yeah, farmers wives do. Same time. Boom.
Don't be afraid of the hype.
Don't be afraid.
All right, everybody.
See you guys later. Thank you.
See you later. Take care, everybody.
Thank you to the mods. Thank you for everybody joining us. Appreciate you. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on the way out.
Yep.
Till next time. Peace.